Now, we're live.
Wonderful. Then hello everyone who is watching in the audience to the season 1 finale of the Old Myths, which I am very, very much looking forward to the wariness of my players. But before we get into having my players introduce their wonderful selves, I just want to say, two quick announcements. The first, any music you hear during this session today is the property of Alex Rowe. You can find him over on Twitter and Bandcamp and YouTube. No, sorry, Bandcamp, YouTube, and Spotify. That's what I meant to say. My bad. As Alex Rowe, and you can find him over on Twitter as @Roetaka. That's @ROETAKA. I've been listening to his music for years, and he was gracious enough to let us use it for this stream, and it's fit the mood and theme so perfectly. My second announcement is, as I said, this is the end of only Season 1. We'll be returning with Season 2 after a brief hiatus for my players to regather themselves and rebalance themselves and comfort their own characters. And we'll be returning on, and I made a note of this somewhere and I lost it. Anyway, we're returning on the 11th of August at the same time and same day. So do come along and join us for Season 2, where I am even more nervous. But with the two of those out of the way, why don't we go to the... Oh god, I've got 6 players tonight. Anyway, why don't we jump into having my players introduce themselves? Stephen, do you want to go first?
I guess I'll go first. I'm Stephen. You can find me on Twitter @StephenRNoll, and I will be playing the role of Gilder Tavois, your human ranger, slightly old guy who's definitely not hiding anything at all. Everything's fine. Stop asking questions.
This group really has nothing to hide, do they? Why don't we go...
We're all 100%.
Yep, you're all up front. There's no secrets hidden here. Why don't we go over to the, looking at the overlay to the right, to Anders.
Anders is not here right now. Today the role of Fenris will be played by Prim, but you can find her on Twitter @Anders_D_K. Her cat dad uses he, him pronouns, and so does Fenris. But she's going to be the star, because she's beautiful, and I love her.
Wonderful. And I don't go to the other half of the terrible tieflings, Jesse. And I must play the maker of this wonderful overlay that you'll all enjoy.
Ooh, and what a crunch that was. Hi, I'm Jesse. You can find me at Jahoos the Hoos across the interwebs. I play the blue half of the Terrible Tieflings and soon-to-be reunited Panther Mom.
Well, you hopefully soon-to-be reunited.
And soon-to-be reunited Panther Mom.
Well, we all don't know what happens in the mists.
Jahoos
Why
the
don't we
Moose. Jahoos the Hoos.
Why don't we go down now to the other Sam of this group? Sam, take it away.
Hello, I'm Samtastic with 3 M's on Twitch and Twitter and wherever else you... Yeah, I'm Pyre. Pyre's seen better days, as you can probably tell by the everything about me. But, just taking a nice vacation in the mist and nothing bad will ever happen again.
Yes, it's not like I'm a terrible person who loves to torment my players. Anyway, why don't we go to... Well, we'll skip for now and jump to Shikyo.
Alright, well, I play Voxy. You can find me on Twitter and Twitch at Shikyo1990. And if I'm not mistaken, we're going after a tree, so I brought an axe.
Okay, sure. Chop down the tree that's tied to the powerful spirits of the forest. I see nothing bad can happen with that. And with that, why don't we go to the wonderful guest of tonight who joined us last session and whose story arc... Well, it would have been a bit odd to just cut it straight off, so thankfully she's agreed to join us again. And the one who would probably take up most umbrage with the fact that her goddess's maybe physical form would be chopped down. Emma, why don't you introduce your wonderful character?
More like you all were kind enough to have me back. Thank you. Especially for your season finale. I really appreciate that, and I'm really excited to be here. Thank you. I'm Emma. You can find me at MK Hansen on Twitter. I use she, her pronouns. Today I am playing Helia, the nature cleric, who also uses she, her pronouns, and who prefers to listen to the wind, as it were.
The whispers upon the wind.
Whispers in the wind. And that's Helia. Don't touch my tree.
We'll see how long that idea holds when we jump into today's episode. And last and least, in comparison to these wonderful people, there is me. Hi, I am Sam, or for this, I am Samuel, since there's another Sam. And you can find me over on Twitter as @Eldritch Warlock. I use he, him pronouns, and I will be playing everyone and everything else in this world that's looking to murder or help my players. Sometimes it can be a bit debatable which one is at the forefront of my characters, my NPCs find. But I think that's enough of my rambling, so why don't we jump into the recap of, Season 1. So we all know where we're at. So this whole thing started with mercenary houses being employed by a secretive employer, as odd as it sounds, and of the faith militants being called to arms for the first time in around 200 to 300 years. We had Voxy of the Church of Lydeki. We had let me see my notes. We had Pyre, Fenris, and Sin, who were part of the Banners of the Slain Drake. And we had Gilda, who was a part of the Company of the White Arrows. Yes, I remembered your mercenary houses' names. And you were all marching north towards the Delem Forest. A forest that has long been thought of as haunted, but any stories trickling south through the Zeren continent has just been dismissed as folktale and simple fantasy. Only for the fact that you are being secretly marched north probably lends credence to these stories. As you soon found out, as when you made camp no more than a day's journey away from the forest, when you should have been around 3 days away from the forest having actually grown southward, you were surrounded by mists and attacked by strange creatures and beasts. In the aftermath of this attack, you were approached by Lyrissa and Raylan, the leader and his right hand of the company that you were part of. And after two of our players' memories were restored, that being Pyre and Sin, you were teleported into the forest by Lyrissa, her sending you as far as she could towards a village where letters had been coming from, letters that had detailed and prophesized the events that were now occurring, and you had been asked to investigate. You stumbled first upon a broken totem, and Fenris went a bit mad as the gaze of the warden peered into his mind. But you did actually come across a working totem, an untoppled one, and as three of you gave your lives, literally, to the totem, you were allowed to ask questions of the spirits that dwelled within the forest. Having gotten your answers and having some destination to seek out, that being the Hillock, Riverhome, and the Marked, you found your way into Duran's Burrow, where you stayed at the Fox's Tavern and Inn. Sadly, Pyre and Fenris were, in the evening, consumed by the mist and vanished, and in the morning hours of the next day, the rest of the group were joined by Helia and Parallax. I believe that was the name, unless I'm mistaken it, in which case I apologize, Steve, if you're watching, for I said the character's name. Anyway, you chose to look at the few area of interest you had in the town, starting with the apothecary, the 5 herbs and gardens apothecary. I think that's what it's called, yep. Where you encountered Helia. And Helia led you to an interesting old tabaxi, the first tabaxi that many of you have seen, let alone heard about. Previously they were only characters and stories. But this tabaxi was old Nan, an individual who'd been in the village longer than anyone can recall, seemingly long surpassing the normal tabaxi lifespan. I think it'd be fair to call her a hag of some sort, a witch, forest witch of some sort, from her demeanour. And she gave some hard truths to Voxy before gesturing you towards what she called the tree in the middle of the Titan's Grove, where apparently what she called the Whisper on the Wind resided. You all found yourselves there, being surrounded by thick mists, spectral and ethereal creatures prowling through these thick covers, whatever. And Helya quickly recited to you all that these are dead souls trapped within the forest and robbed of their sentience, simply prowling through the mists and sometimes falling into a primal fury and attacking the living, but by and large they simply pass by. But as you stood before this tree, you heard a voice speak to you. And it revealed to you all that the mist is a dispersed local plane, that the mist itself holds the spirits of the forest, and that it wants to be free. As you stood before the tree, the mist growing thicker and thicker around you, you heard a voice. Prove yourselves. And as this voice reverberated through your bodies and within your minds, the mists thickened and coalesced, and you watched as two humanoid forms begin to appear. Pyre, Fenris, the last you recall is being outside of the tavern, of the mist surging up to encompass you. And then your memory goes a bit hazy. You remember being cocooned in this sense of comfort and security, of your eyes and mind being unsteady and unfocused, of it rolling and drifting, time and space being meaningless to you. The few times that you were able to focus and take in your surroundings, you found yourselves in a large cavern, silent but from the low noise, reverberating noise of the breeze coming out of the large pit that extends before you. To your eyes it is bottomless, the shadows deepening and thickening the further you look down, as your body is loose and almost in a dreamlike state walked closer and closer to the lip of this drop. The closer you got, the louder the sound of the breeze came, and the more you realized it was not just the breeze you were hearing, but innumerable voices upon it, all twisting and rolling on top of one another. What these voices are saying you cannot make out. It's just loud enough though that you can hear voices. Every time though you think you kindly anchored yourself back to reality and awareness, it drifted away from you again. And when you came back, you found yourself closer to this drop. But you never felt scared. You were warm, comforted, safe. Nothing would harm you. As you drew closer and closer, it was only as you stood on the lip of this deep drop before you, staring down into the bottomless abyss, that the first inkling of fear struck into your hearts, before you were once more pulled back into the dreamlike state. Immediately after that, you find yourself surrounded by mist, the noise of this silent cavern gone and replaced by the sounds of nature, by a single voice. Prove yourselves. And as this voice reverberates through your bodies and within your minds, your eyes focus once more. And as the mists drop away from your form, you find yourself stood among allies and friends once more. Although there is one unknown face to be seen. Before you, looming out of the thick mists, you see a large tree. Its canopy is massive, showing its age and how long it has been stood here. The leaves a matted red, and if you look a bit closer, sometimes black and white and grey and silver, almost drifting through these colours, but not overwhelmingly so. Your eyes, you kind of catch out of your peripheral when these colour changes occur. But as you look at the trunk of this tree, what you see is a face, or rather, you perceive a face. You get the idea that what you're seeing is not a face, it is some structure upon the trunk, but your mind can't comprehend what it is exactly, and so it's substituting a face in that place. And that face to you looks stern, commanding, as once more the voice rings out, louder now, joined by the crowing of crows, the howling of wolves that surge from within the mist itself. A noise that strikes terror into you, but also starts all of your blood to start to thump and pulse and burn in anticipation. And as this chorus grows louder and louder around you, I would like everyone to roll me initiative. So, Fenris.
13.
Gilda.
21.
21, nice. Foxy.
25.
Very good. Pyre.
10.
Not too bad.
Oh,
Henry.
God.
8.
Clerics
And
so bad.
18.
And you're muted.
What? Oh. 18.
Very good. So then, as this voice once more rings out, a command settling upon your ears and within your mind, a command to prove yourself, to show your worth, to perhaps learn knowledge if you manage to impress this entity stood before you within the trunk of this ancient and gnarled tree. Voxy, you're up first. Prove yourself.
Huh. Prove myself.
As you stand there, the branches of the tree before you, the leaves start to twist and turn unnaturally, almost as if limbs are being stretched from an endless sleep. As if someone is waking up and turning their eyes upon you.
Well, having an axe and a living tree in front of me and being told to prove myself, I'm going to attempt to lodge my axe as far into it as I can, as deep as I can.
Go ahead and roll to attack.
Alright. Raging right before this, though, obviously.
Naturally, of course.
Naturally, as all things are considered. Alright. 19.
That just misses, I'm afraid.
Damn.
So your axe does hit the bark, but it can't dig in. This bark, it seems almost steel-like in its nature, so solid in the face of your attack. You have another attack, I believe.
Yes, I do. I'm totally doing that.
Roll to attack.
23.
Gritting your teeth and steeling yourself, you take another swing at this tree, this odd entity before you, and the blade of your axe manages to find perches between within the bark and digs in. 24 damage.
Alright. 8 slashing, and we'll be using Divine Fury to add just a little bit more oomph into it. And that will deal. That's D6 plus 5. 11 more necrotic damage.
Very nice. Gilda, as you watch Roxy suddenly surge forward with a roar of anger and rage, his axe digging into this tree as it begins to twist and turn before you. What do you wish to do, Gilda?
Oh, apparently we're fighting the tree, so I'm going to do the opposite and cast Zephyr Strike on myself so I can move back with no attacks of opportunity, and then fire twice at it. And then
Go ahead.
I'll use the Zephyr Strike thing to give myself advantage on the first attack, which is 28 to hit.
That hits.
All right, for a total of 15 damage.
Okay.
And then second arrow is 30 to hit
That hits.
for 11 damage.
Very nice. Okay. As you unleash these 2 arrows, you feel the ground beneath you suddenly begin to buckle and turn as a root surges out and lashes down towards you. Does a 21 hit you?
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, you take no damage, but you are enwrapped by this vine and you're considered restrained.
Okay.
And held in place as this root, rather, still dropping dirt and soil to the ground, tightens and drags you into to your knees. Next up is the tree. You look up, Gilda, and you watch as the branches of the tree turn towards you.
I don't like this.
How far away did you back up?
My full movement of 30 feet.
Okay. So you're the only one out of range, actually, as everyone else is within 10 feet. As the tree's leaves begin to spark, and you watch as a rush of freezing cold energy rush out in a 30-foot cone, encompassing all of you. I need everyone to make me a DC 15 dex. Oh, wait. Sorry, wrong DC. Just make me a DC dex. That's the wrong DC. Okay.
How close are we to the tree?
Is
Or
this
10
a saving throw or just
10 feet,
just a
damn it.
plain old dex?
It's a dex save.
Okay, it's a 9.
9, okay. Navi? Not Navi, sorry. You've got character.
Alright.
Foxy?
So I'm pretty certain I failed the first roll, so I went and rolled twice. The first roll was a 6, the second roll was a 20.
Why did you roll twice? Is that barbarian?
Fanatic focus reroll. I am raging. I can reroll a failed save.
Okay then. Save. Higher.
18.
Fenris.
27.
And Helgia.
I got a 1.
Okay then.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Roxy and Fenris, you're the only two who managed to brace yourself and somehow dive and duck out of the way of this sleet storm that's come surging towards you from the tree. The rest of you take... Ooh, this is going to be a lot of dice.
Oh no.
Good.
Oh no. I don't even know what's happening. Oh,
Oh
no.
my god, oh no.
So glad I bounced.
19, 25, 30, 32, 33, 35, 41, 43. Everyone but Fenris and Roxy take 48 points of cold damage.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Roxy and Fenris, you take half that at 24.
48? Jeez Louise, y'all.
Why you don't attack the fucking tree?
I was proving my strength.
Yeah, you
Said
proved
prove
something.
myself. I
You
proved my strength.
definitely proved something. Yep.
You once more hear this voice. Prove yourselves before us. Next up Sin. As you stand there, Sin, recovering from this blast that suddenly struck you,
Yes.
you feel your vision go hazy for a moment. You experienced this last night, actually. Your vision seems to double for a moment, and you're looking for eyes that are not yours. Eyes that are closer to the ground, eyes that are looking down the pores, rushing across the dirt and the soil and the leaves beneath them. Everyone else hears a howl from Sin and Umber simultaneously. As Umber returns to you, Sin.
Yes! Yes!
You feel her mind within yours, Sin. Not just a connection now between Beastmaster and Animal Companion, but something much closer, much more stronger, some mental link tying you together. I believe I gave you the improved Umbra stats.
You did, yep.
It's your turn. What do you wish to do?
I would look at Sin. Sin's looking at me, and I'm going to give the command. Fuck, I need my Sin commands.
Sorry, I tried to give you a heads up.
I'm gonna look at Sin. Sin looks at me, and I just say in a low, quiet voice, barely louder than a whisper, Venari. And I'm gonna send her to attack.
Very nice. Roll to attack then.
Oh my god, I'm so nervous. Oh boy. And she misses completely. Oh god, nope. That's a 24. She's gonna claw.
You don't know what it is, but for a moment you, Sin, think that Umber's missing. The attack she lashes out with is not one that you trained her to do. But you feel this more intelligent mind reassuringly press against yours, almost putting against you as Umber has done in the past. And her claws manage to rake across the bark of the tree, sending bark flying and sap dripping to the ground, sap that's tainted with a black hue to it. Roll damage as that hit.
Okay. 4, 8, 10, 12, 18 slashing damage.
Very nice. Anything else on your turn?
And then I'm going to bonus action cast. Well, we're all within 10 feet of this tree, aren't we?
Yes, you are. All but Gilda, who backed up 40 feet.
Oh, can I try? But I might get an attack of opportunity, but I need to back away.
You certainly, if you wish to back away, you can certainly try.
No, it's okay. I'll just attack it. I'll just attack the tree with my short sword.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. And I missed completely because that's a 10.
You encounter the same thing Voxy did. Your blade does impact against the tree. It's really hard to miss, to be honest. But the bark is almost steel before you, impenetrable in this moment. As you come closer to the tree still, you get a front view of this as a vine seems to drape down from the branches and lashes out towards you, wrapping around your neck and tightening suddenly. Does a 24 hit?
Yes, a 24 hits.
Okay. You take 3 points of psychic damage as you feel this vine suddenly become immaterial and seep into your neck, into your throat.
Oh, that's
And
fun.
you make me an intelligence saving throw.
Oh, it's even more fun. That is a 15.
Okay. You feel your mind be pulled away from Umber, from this current situation, cast somewhere you can't really comprehend. You don't take any more damage, but what you do see is a vision emerging before you. You see, surrounded by trees on all sides, a large hill that breaks the tree line. At top of it, you see another large tree, similar to the one that you were fighting, though different, so you can't quite pinpoint how. You just know within yourself it's different. And what you see around this tree are large stakes erected. Humanoid figures tied to them as flames begin to lick and burn at them. What you hear is not screams of pain. What you watch is not twisting and fighting to get away from the fire. What you see and what you hear are writhing, twisting individuals whose heads are thrown back as they laugh gleefully, manically towards the sky as the flames go higher and higher around them. It's this obscene ritual embraced by those being sacrificed for it. Glory colouring their madness. And you find yourself suddenly shunted back into your body, awareness once more of your current situation. As you steady yourself, Sin, all of you hear a low moan starts from the mist around you. It steadily goes louder and louder until you can hear individual ones. These moans suddenly become yapping and yipping that transforms into loud howls. The howls of a hunting wolf pack. As you feel the mist begin to cling to you, growing tighter and tighter, something approaching from within it. Something primal and lost to bloodlust. Fenris, you're up next.
I fucked up. I have evasion, so
Okay.
I don't take any damage from the misty thingy earlier.
Then you took no damage.
Okay. I forgot how to be a monk for a second. It's been a week.
Don't worry about it.
Okay. I just kind of, what the fuck is happening? What is going on? I have no idea what's happening. We're hitting the tree. Okay, I will hit the tree. And I'm gonna see the vine sort of come out from inside of it and grab Sin, like the only person I really care about in the world at the moment who's in my presence. So I couldn't deal with that, so I'm gonna monk run up the front of the tree, just Kakashi style. Just
Wonderful.
Does it take all 50 feet of my movement to get to where that vine is?
The vine actually,
It's gone.
as soon as it impacted Sin and wrapped around her neck, it seemed to fade into her skin and just fade away into nothingness.
Okay, then I'm gonna kind of go up until I'm like into the canopy, if I can get there in 50 feet.
Sure.
Is there anything to? It's a tree. What do I hit? I don't know how to fight a tree, guys.
What you see before you is the trunk and the branches coming off of it, and the leaves all around you that seem to stir with a whisper.
I'm gonna punch. I'm gonna punch at the tree, I guess.
Go ahead.
Just punch it.
Roll to attack.
You've
Boss.
met tree huggers, now meet a
Fuck,
tree
that's
puncher.
real bad. That's gonna just be a broken knuckle right there. That's what is it? Yeah, no, that's just a 15. Yeah, I think I just break a finger.
You lash out fury, but you just so happen to Sin, empowering you, but that whisper unnerved you enough that you don't actually position your hand correctly, and you feel this jolting pain go up your wrist.
Ah, shit, fuck. Oh, punch it again.
Go ahead.
Okay, that's better. That's no, that's a 19. I don't think that hits.
You go to punch again, and once more you feel.
No.
jolting pain.
Sorry. It's +9. It's not +5.
Okay, then yes, that hits.
Yes, it's 23.
That hits.
All right. 8 points of damage.
Okay, very nice.
Flurry of blows.
Go ahead.
I'm just gonna roll them both.
Fury at what happened to Sin, kind of driving you forward. The only person, as you say, that you care about in your immediate area. Your brother lost you for the moment.
Well, that's a dirty 20 and a 10. So,
The first one will hit.
okay, cool. Shit, that's a 1. 6 points of damage.
Not bad.
And then because of my feature, because I did Flurry of Blows, I also get the disengage action. my walking speed increases by 10 feet, so I'm gonna use my wings and just fly back 10 feet, so I'm not in the trunk of it. So I'm still
Okay.
near
So
it.
you're hovering in the air about 10 feet away from the tree at this point.
Yup.
And you once more hear that whisper. Prove yourself!
I don't know how to do anything other than hit. And
As
I'm
the
done.
leaves themselves seem to come surging towards you at the end of your turn.
Look.
That will be a dirty 20 to hit.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Nope, that's disengaged. Not. Never mind. Ignore me.
I'm just gotta find my dice. There they are. This is fun. 8,
This is
6,
fun.
20,
Fun, we're having fun.
25, 30, 39. You take 47 points of slashing damage.
Yeah, I do.
These leaves lash out through the air and you feel them cut across your skin, your blood dropping to soak into the ground beneath you.
Yo, sounds right.
Pyre, it's your turn.
Hey guys, fresh out the mess. What's up? How's it going? Okay, just so I know, where are Fenrir? Well, where am I in Tree? Where is Tree? I don't know where anything.
The tree is
Where?
about 10 feet away from you. currently.
Okay, and then everybody else just attacked, and then who hasn't gone? What are people still doing?
Okay, so Gilda is about 30 feet behind you, currently
Okay.
restrained by a root surge through the ground. I believe Voxy and Sin are right up against the trunk, and this is up in the air, about 10 feet away from it, so about above you, basically. And Helya is stood next to you.
Okay. And it keeps saying prove yourself. And it's a big scary tree. Okay. I'm gonna take a knee
Okay.
and I'm gonna say I have seen the plains and the beasts of chaos. And other things I do not understand, but I want to. There is truth in chaos, and I understand that.
You hear the voice once more. This time, different words. God provides sustenance. Prove strength of will and body. Do you wish to do anything?
Sustenance of word and body. Sustenance of word and body. Sustenance of word and body. That sounds like a thing that I don't want to do, but I think I'm gonna do it.
So provide sustenance and prove worth of mind and body.
Worth. Okay, worth. Okay. Okay. I'm just gonna cast Calm Emotions.
On.
The area, it's a 20-foot.
Okay. Sure.
And everyone has to make a charisma saving throw, or they can choose to fail the save.
Okay. So you feel via this spell begin to settle upon whatever entity is within the tree.
Oh, it only works. It's on the humanoids.
Oh, is that only humanoids? Never mind
Yeah.
then. I take that back. I thought it was all things. Okay.
It has a face, though. Does it count?
It should.
I'll
It's
choose
not
to
a humanoid,
fail.
but
Let me see. The fail.
I feel like we all need to calm ourselves.
Yeah. Let's see. On a fail, alternatively, because none of you are charmed or frightened, you can make a target indifferent about creatures of your choice that it is hostile toward. So I'm gonna make anyone who failed not hostile to the tree.
Okay.
Oh,
So-
I wish I was in range.
It's
Yes.
20 feet of me.
Fenris is outside. Being
Ah,
20,
Because he's up in the
50 feet
tree.
above you.
alright. Get on the tree.
Fenris and I are both out of your range if it's only 20 feet.
Cool.
So, Voxy, Sin, Helya, do you succeed or fail the save?
Fail.
I'm rolling because I'm raging.
Just so that I'm clear, this was so that I would not feel hostile toward the tree, correct?
Yeah, so if you choose to fail it, you just continue to feel the same way.
Okay, yeah, because I am already not hostile, so.
Oh, wait, sorry. No, I do wanna calm my emotions. I thought it was like fail. I would be calmed.
No, failing your calm, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So yes.
And Voxy?
So, for references, Voxy isn't hostile. Voxy is attempting to prove itself, but due to rage, I'm going to roll because
will
raging
say-
makes it really impossible. Like, I don't want it to be like, well, I failed, but I'm raging, and that makes no sense
Yeah.
to me.
I will say, in this case, you're not hostile.
Yeah.
You can continue as you are, mainly because you felt that command upon your mind, this order to prove yourself.
Proving myself is through strength, and that's all I ever have. I
Okay.
hit things.
Okay.
17.
That just meets it, yeah.
So, Pyre, you feel your calm emotion spell reach out to Sin, Voxy, and Helya, and you hear the voice again. Very good. One of mine. Very good. Accept it.
Cool. I think that's
Helya. Yeah. That's your turn. So, Helya,
Hi, hello.
what do you wish to do?
That's me. Okay. So I am going to God, I'm going back and forth between these two things.
If you wish, you can make me an intelligence check.
Okay.
Great intelligence. To see if Helya has encountered anything similar in the past in her worship of the Whisper.
I don't think I have.
What did you roll?
I got a 1.
Oh God.
Then no.
You gotta
You have
change
no-
that die there.
You
buddy.
need a-
Never experienced anything like this before.
Emma, please.
Fine. It's fine. Everybody, it's gonna be okay. Okay. So, I am going to all right. This is very strange, but I'm gonna do it because I think that's what she would do. She is going to also kneel onto the ground. And she's going to touch her hands to the earth, and she's going to cast plant growth so that everything starts growing around the tree, but not around where we are, so it doesn't affect any of our movement. But
Okay.
her intention is to sort of show that she is committed to the earth and the powers of the earth.
You hear the voice as well then, when you do this. God, very good. Mind has been accepted. Now, loyalty. Very good, Helja. You have served well. And you hear this being connected to the wind as you are. You've always heard it sound like a featureless whisper. Now it's almost as like it's drifting through different voices, as if different mouths are saying the same thing. And you feel this warmth bloom within you. Our first sustenance yours. Feed. At the top of the round, Voxy. Prove yourself.
Alright. So, I'm gonna give a visual of what Boxy is currently doing. Boxy will place 1 foot upon the tree trunk,
Mhm,
remove the axe that is currently in the tree trunk because
mhm.
he left it there. Pull it out. Before he pulls it out, spits on hands like, hold on.
Yep.
Gotta really get into on this one. Pull it back out, and I'm going to use a reckless swing to swing with advantage.
Go ahead.
Trying to prove my body, man. Gotta
Mhm.
try. Damn, first one fails. 18.
That misses, yeah. Your second attack?
27.
That one does hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
All right. That is a total of 7 slashing and 7 necrotic.
Hmm.
Trying to aim at the same exact actual cut.
Managed to, yes, you hit. You actually watch, all of you watch now, as the tree begins to twist around itself. The bark seems to peel back, and you see a very smooth trunk with something engraved on the front that you all perceive as a face. You watch as it seems to ripple up the entirety of the tree. Its bark either stripping away or locking into place and smoothing over. Good, very good. Prove yourselves. Do you wish to do anything else, Foxy?
With my bonus action, I will cast. Well, not cast, but I will basically do Zealot Presence. Once per long rest as a bonus action, you unleash a battle cry, and I basically give everyone advantage on saving throws and attack rolls until my next turn.
So you all watch as Voxy rears back and just howls and bellows from the base of his sternum, and you feel it reverberates within you, similar to how the voice of the tree did, but this one surges you, and you feel again your blood begins to burn, and your heart begins to pulse loudly within all of your ears. And just before you go, Gilda, Voxy, you watch as a branch lashes down from the tree out towards you, going to wrap around your throat. Does a 20 hit you?
Is it surprise or no?
No.
Wait, it has advantage, so yeah, you're probably gonna hit me.
Oh, okay, so it had advantage. Yeah, 20 to hit you.
Yeah, that's gonna hit hard.
Okay. You take 15 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
And I need you to make me an intelligence saving throw.
Alright, that one's a 5. I'm gonna use my ability since
Go
I'm
ahead.
still raging. 16! Oh, that was a fail.
You take 9 further points of psychic damage.
Ow.
And you're greeted with a vision. You see, peering out of a canopy of trees, a large hill with a tree similar to the one before you, center, looming above it and casting it into its shadow. You see pyres erected, burned down to nothing more than cinder and ash. And you hear a low chanting as you see crowds of individuals stood around the tree. Each of them have their palm cut and bleeding onto the ground before them, the blood soaking in, and you can actually see a red tint begin to rush up the roots and up the trunk of the tree. What languages do you speak, Roxy?
I speak Abyssal, Celestial, and Common.
You understand that, Roxy, the chant as it repeats over and over. Seal them away. Seal them willingly. A chant that repeats over and over in Celestial.
Ooh, Celestial. That's impressive. Don't hear that very often.
Gilda, you're up next. As Voxy, that vine disappears into you, you find yourself back once more where you stood. So yeah, Gilda, you're currently considered restrained.
Restrained. Okay. And I assume it'd be the action to escape that?
It would, yes.
Okay. What do you need me to roll?
Strength, or athletics, or I'll say acrobatics to see if you can't twist your way free.
Okay. I'm gonna put my Slayer's Prey on it, because then that means I get to add the D6. Escape any grapple. So that's a 22.
Okay. You manage to slip free of it, and you watch as the root just seems to dissolve into dust.
Yeah.
Free.
Forced my way out of a murder. I just came here to fucking save my kid. I didn't need any of this. And then backing up another 30 feet, and that's the end of the turn, because that was my action.
Okay then. No, don't get it back. Okay.
But now 60 feet away.
You watch as the tree seems to shake and twist in place. And, yes, a large branch actually seems to detach and unravel, almost as if an arm had been folded in, and is now stretching out, and it lashes down towards... Okay. It lashes out towards you, Fenris. Going to batter you out of the air.
Nice.
Does a 21 hit?
Hell yeah, it does.
Okay. You take... Let me find my dice.
This doesn't count as a missile, does it? No.
Sadly not, no.
Okay. I'm looking at everything. Because Fenris is lost as fuck.
Yep. I'm missing a dice. Where is it? There it is. Okay. So, 10, 20, 27, 34.
You don't need to keep counting, I'm down.
Oh no!
I rolled a lot of 10s on the d10s.
Yeah. Let's just hope this doesn't auto-kill me.
As you're
'Cause I
battered out
also
of the air,
have to
you
fall.
then slamming towards the ground. As you impact, your consciousness fades away with the sensation of your bones shattering and breaking from the force, as the actual ground around you buckles and craters.
And I
You're
can't use slow
unconscious.
fall because I'm unconscious.
And then you hit the ground.
Cool.
So you automatically fail a death saving throw.
Okay. I have an item though, so I stabilize.
It's on your turn,
On my turn, I stabilize.
so you're not stabilized right now, I'm afraid.
Okay. Well, cool then. I'm dead. It's cool. guys.
Spread the dying as a bonus action.
Sin,
Spread the dying is cantrip. Spread the dying is cantrip.
you're up next, Sin. As you watch your friend and ally Fenris suddenly slam into the ground right next to you. A broken mass of bone and flesh.
Oh god! Is there any blood coming out of Fenris?
There is a lot of blood coming out of Fenris.
Feed.
And you do indeed hear a voice.
Okay.
Good. Feed me. Sustain us.
I'm going to hear that voice. And I'm going to look at my short sword. Oh, this is such a terrible, terrible idea. And I'm going to just slice open my wrist. And squeeze and let the blood fall to the ground.
I want you to roll damage as if it was an attack. With a
Oh, I know. It's totally gonna hit me. Yep.
I assume you let it hit anyway because you're doing it.
Yeah, and even yep.
How much damage do you take?
Oh god, I'm gonna regret this so bad. Hang on. Oh, okay. 5 damage. Alright, okay.
As you drop to your knees and you press your bloody wrist upon the ground, you watch and you feel this tug within you. And you watch as the stream of blood flows faster and faster. You take a further 8, 11, 18, 21 points of necrotic damage
Hey.
as you feed the tree.
Oh, my lord.
Mine has been accepted. loyalty, and feast. Prove yourselves. Do you do anything else? Prove yourselves in strength of will and body.
That's.
Is that your turn?
Yeah, I guess. Because I can't really do anything else in terms of actions.
As a legendary action, you watch as a branch once more unravels. And you hear, prove your will to continue. And you watch as it actually slams down towards Fenris.
Oh no, wait. I want to do. Oh no!
Fenris, what's your AC?
17.
You fail 2 death saving throws as it hits with an 18.
I'm dead.
Eric's?
Fenris, you find yourself drifting aimlessly.
Oh, it's fine. It's gonna be fine.
A mist enveloping you, surrounding you on all sides. Do not hurry, young one. Let us see if they have the strength to return you. If not, well, it is not often I get to give a boon to an individual. It will be interesting.
Can I respond in my dead state?
You can, yes, if you wish.
Thank you for the bits. From D&D, BJ.
Fuck this shit.
Okay. You once more, as you watch as this tree branch retracts and you see the broken and deceased body of Fenris. Once more hear that howl rising, and you watch as a familiar sight occurs. Wolves start prowling out of the mist, their ethereal state spectral in nature, the dead souls of the forest, hungering for blood. And they throw their head back, and the howl deepens as this pack begins to swarm. I need everyone to make me a charisma saving throw.
Okay.
Gilda,
18.
Sin,
18.
Roxy,
Voxy, charisma, correct?
Yeah.
charisma, yes.
21.
Pyre,
Natural 20.
hell yeah.
24.
You all feel this sense of terror begin to take root within you. But you still, your mind, this wrath of seeing your friend fallen, seems to power you forward through this sense of fear that would have paralyzed you. All of the wolves seem to twist their heads as they look at you, their eyes glowing a malevolent red. And they swarm towards Pyre and Helja. All instinct, only instinct driving them. And as they swarm before you, they seem to dissolve into mist and then reform around you, jumping and leaping through your chest. And you just make me a Constitution saving throw.
We have advantage
Yes, you do.
if you didn't
Thanks,
just do it last
thanks
time.
to Roxy. You have advantage. Heldia?
I got a 16.
Pyre?
24.
Pyre, you manage to steel yourself. This chill that seems to encompass you, you fight it off somehow. These like fingers pulling at your mind, you manage to resist. You and Helgia, you've never encountered this. You've seen these spirits attacking before, but never experienced it yourself. Ooh, shit, I just dropped my pen.
Oh no, the pen.
Yep, the pen. Just the pen's the casualty in all of this. Sorry, bad joke.
Sorry, Fenris. But the pen's the real Fenrir.
Heldia, you take... Okay. 18, 26 points of cold damage.
Urgh.
Pyre, you take half of that for 13. Heldia, you also feel this spiritual sense of exhaustion begin to weigh down upon you. Until your next long rest, you are considered exhausted by one stage, and you are frightened of the swarm until the start of their next turn.
Bruh.
Cool.
Cool.
Fenris, you would be up next, and you drift off into this sense of death, almost feeling as if you're falling down a bottomless pit that you've seen before. Voices whispering and surging all around you, and the steady sound of something hitting metal, almost if it's an anvil being hit by a hammer. You hear a voice once more. Oh yes, you are an interesting one, aren't you? Oh dear friends, I almost wish they would fail. It would be interesting to take you under my banner. Do you wish to respond in somehow, Fenris?
It's just a voice. There's no. I don't see
No.
anything.
No, it's just a voice. But it almost feels as if something is wrapping and twisting around you in an immaterial state.
I do not do this stupid fucking holy shit. If I'm dead, I'm dead. Fuck off.
Oh, whoever said I was holy, I thank you for the compliment. Pyre, you're up next. What do you wish to do?
A lot of things. But I can't, so I gotta pick. Fuck. Those wolves are still a thing, right? Yeah.
Oh yes, they're swarming around you.
Okay, that's nice of them to do. Neat. Revivify is only a minute. We're fine. That's Tuesday. I'm probably gonna do that in a second. Sorry. I'm that person right now.
Don't worry about it. Just for a moment.
What was the last thing it said to me? I'm sorry, I don't remember. I did the emotion thing.
You all heard basically. It said, emotion. It's like pleading loyalty. Emotion has been proven through body and strength of body and will.
Body and will. Okay.
No.
I'm gonna cast Mass Healing Word.
Okay.
At 5th.
Okay.
So that's 60 feet.
You get everyone but Gilda.
Sorry.
That's
Gilbert.
fine. I'm at 84 of 84 health, so.
Wow!
Thank you for telling me that. Thank you.
Oh no!
No one's unconscious. Okay.
There's a benefit to backing up, guys.
3, 8. So 12 plus. So 17 points of healing.
So everyone but Gilda and Fenris use 17.
Yes.
That helps.
And then I'm gonna where did it go? Can I do this on multiple people at higher levels?
You only have a cantrip left.
You're right. Thank you. Sometimes I forget how this
Spare
game
the dying.
works. Spare the dying doesn't work if they're already dead.
Yes, let's spare the dying, not spare the dead.
Yeah, I got other things for dead things.
You can't spare me.
Nope.
I'm already gone.
I'm gonna get you back. Okay.
We're gonna
job.
pull you out of the void.
It's fine. I'll just piss off all the void ghosts. In case you
I'm
don't.
gonna put my hand on Helia's arm. I'm also gonna be like, I don't know who you are, but apparently you're in this now. And I'm gonna use resistance. So once before this, and it's concentrated. Blah, blah, blah. You can roll a d4 and add the number to a saving throw of your choice. For like a minute. And that's my turn.
Okay, then. As you cast that spell, the healing word, and also aiding Helia, the ground beneath your feet, Gilda, once more buckles, a root twisting out to lash around you. Does the 13 hit?
Nope.
You manage to dodge out of the way, and you watch once more as this root, failing to grab you, seems to wither away and die immediately.
Hold on to your tricks this time, you fucking tree.
Helia.
Okay. I will turn to Pyre after she does that and say, well, thank you, dearie. And I'm going to immediately run over to Fenris's body, and I'm going to take a diamond out of my bag, and I'm going to place it on his chest and press it in and
You do
pray.
take an attack of opportunity first. From the
It's
wolf's
fine.
Okay. Does a 19 hit?
No.
Okay.
What?
And I'm gonna press that diamond into Fenris's chest, and I am going to say not yet. And cast Revivify.
Okay then. What does that return Fenris to? Is it full?
Nope. You
One.
have 1 hit point.
1 hit point. Okay. I can never remember with the Revivify, thank you. So yeah,
I've
Fenris,
been here before.
the void suddenly just disappears, and with a gasp you find yourself looking up into the face, well, a face you don't recognize,
Who the fuck are you?
clad in bone armor. As the dust of a diamond seems to fade away into nothing. It's your turn, Helia.
Yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
Okay.
Oh
Sid,
wait, no, I have a cantrip, right? Do I have a cantrip? I can use a
bonus
cantrip.
action. You have a bonus action cantrip, I believe.
Oh shit, do I want to do that? No. Well, wait. Yeah, no. No. It's okay. No. I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
Thank you, though. Go on.
Actually. Okay. Actually, Sid,
Yes.
as you stand at the trunk of the tree, you too watch as a branch slowly lashes down towards you.
Great.
Ooh, does a 19 hit?
Yes.
Okay. I hope the dice are kind.
It's probably not going to be, but okay.
That's 10, 20,
Yep.
30.
Yeah, okay. Yep. I'm. Nope. No. You can stop there. You can stop there.
47, 48, 49. Sorry. Sorry, I'm just being cool now. I'm so sorry.
Just gonna. Yep.
But yes, then you drop unconscious.
I crunch.
You're not dead, right?
No.
No. I mean, I'm not dead. I'm dying.
Great. I can work with that.
Not
Foxy.
dead, but dying.
You're up next, Foxy.
Wait, is Umbra moving? Am I still controlling? What's Umbra doing? Is Umbra just chilling?
Actually, that's a good point. Thank you. I forgot to do that. As you fall unconscious, Sin,
Yeah.
your mind drifts, and you again see yourself seeing through eyes that are not yours, peering down at your own broken body, nuzzling against it, as a sense of fury and anger seems to well up within you. At this moment, if you don't come back to consciousness by your next turn, I will let you give one direction to Umbra.
Okay.
Foxy.
All right, people falling around me. Still being told, though the tree. I'm assuming the tree's still saying, prove strength body.
Prove body unwilling.
All right. Making reckless attack.
Go ahead.
Still raging. What can I do? Still having that lumberjack stance.
Go ahead. Roll to attack.
Ow, that one sucks.
What'd you get?
15.
Just misses, unfortunately.
All right.
You get the idea from where you're stood, actually. Seems almost easier to plow through the bark at this point.
All right.
But
And then-
also that it's somehow strengthened itself in other ways.
Another extra attack.
Go ahead.
No whammies. 25.
That one hits. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Yay! 8 slashing. This is from a magical weapon. All these, just so you know. I didn't remember if you remembered or not. And 7 necrotic.
Okay. One moment.
I'm glad I had advantage, or I would have probably lost my axe.
Okay, once more you're rearing back and driving this axe deeper and deep into the tree. More and more sap is welling out, almost as if it's blood. First it's like an orange tinted black, and then you start to see it's tinted red as well. The black actually being a very, very dark crimson. God, prove yourselves. Okay, and down to. At the end of your turn, Roxy, another tendril seems to lash out at you, going to wrap around your throat. You'd have advantage, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Does a 17 hit?
Yep, barely. But it hits.
Okay. You take 4, 10, 30, 16 points of psychic damage, and I need an intelligence saving throw, please.
Will do. Alright, 8, that's a fail. Still raging, and damn, 2 8s, that sucked.
Okay. Oh, I forgot to pull that up. Give me one moment, just need to pull up the madness table. There we go. So you take a further 4, 5, 6, 10 points of psychic damage.
Alright.
As you're once more greeted with another vision. This time you're greeted with a large cavern, ceiling so far high above you that you cannot even see it. Why have my headphones stopped working? Bloody hell. Anyway, I can hear one ear. You can't see the top of the cavern. It is static. Tight, sound to say? Barely visible, above the tips only just reaching your vision. Before you looms a large hole in the ground from which whispers and winds seems to flow up from, rushing across your face. Oh, a prison!
Can I do anything in the vision?
No.
No? Okay, I was gonna jump in.
And you suddenly also see, lined up along the lip of this edge, many, many individuals, their heads thrown back in laughter. A laughter very familiar to you, the very laughter that Fenris was emitting after he peered into the eyes of the warden and was lost in madness. The Watcher was left in madness.
I didn't witness that.
Oh yeah, you weren't there, my
I
apologies.
wasn't there.
It's just a very, very mad laughter. Rapturous laughter, in fact. as you can see large wounds across them that drips blood into this cabin. And I have hearing back. Do you wish to do anything? Oh, that's the end of your turn, my bad. I also need you to roll me a D100. As once on your attack, actually, Vox, you see the tree tightening in upon itself. Its defense is growing weaker, but its offense is growing stronger as well.
10.
Roll me a D10.
Ten again.
Unfortunately, for the next 10 rounds, you are paralyzed.
Oh no.
I will say, on the end of your round, you can try and make a save.
Okay, that'll work.
But for now, you are paralyzed. As Gilder, it is your turn as you are not restrained, actually.
I can hate this tree. Fuck this tree. Alright, I'm gonna back up another 30 feet, so now we're at a full 90.
Yep.
Then, is the tree still pulled back where I can see like its smooth tree face?
You can't. Because the mists
Okay.
have surrounded you, unfortunately. You can barely make out the canopy of it, and the topmost part of its trunk.
I'm still gonna aim for that topmost part of the trunk.
Go ahead.
And take him at sharpshooter shot, so it's -5 to the attack. Damage. So that's a 24 to hit.
That hits.
So that first attack will do 14, 17, 27 damage on that first arrow.
Okay, hold on, let me see. 27. Yep.
And the second arrow is a 21 to hit
That hits as well.
for another 10, 12, 22 points of damage.
Okay. Let's see. Attacked Sin. Attacked Foxy. So yes, there's another legendary action, I believe. Sin.
Yes.
You fail 2 death saving throws. As Umber watches as a branch lashes down and
Jesus.
squashes the tiefling form
Christ. Okay.
with a 24 to hit.
I'm still dying. I'm still not dead.
And it is now the tree's turn.
I might die.
Spoke too soon.
Who's this tree? So let's see, we have Voxy, Sin, Fenris, Pyre, and Heldia. I need you all to make me a dexterity saving throw, please. You watch as the tree seems to regather itself in this moment, and a hail of ice. Wait, actually no. I'll actually do it. Yes. As a hail of mist seems to breathe out, mist that burns at your skin.
Wait, is Umbra's making a dexterity throw? Save?
Umber, yes.
Yes.
Hell yeah, don't forget you still have that D4.
Voxy, you automatically fail because you're paralyzed.
Yup. Nothing I can do about this.
Okay.
Okay. So, what does Umber get?
Umber got a 16.
Okay. Pyre?
21.
Fenris?
Am I rolling at disadvantage because I'm prone?
You would be, yes.
Okay, well, good. Okay. Those are both really good. The first one was a 29, the second one's a 27.
Okay. Hell yeah.
I got a 6.
Okay. Pyre, you take half damage. Fenris, you take no damage because of evasion, even though you're
Thank
prone. Because you're a monk, and monks are badass. Everyone
One hit
else
point.
takes... Okay. 16, 17, 21, 22, 26. 28, 33, 36. Sorry, this is a lot of dice.
You don't have to use all of them if it's a problem.
Yeah, you could just cut a few out. It's fine.
39 points of
Fine.
damage
I'm down.
to Helya, Umbra,
What kind of damage?
Fuck. Cold. Oh no, sorry,
Ooh.
acid. This is acid
Acid.
damage. Higher, you take what would it be? 50, 18, I think. 18 points of damage, acid damage. And Fembis, as I said, you take none.
You said 39 points of acid damage.
89.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes. You.
And let's see. Yeah, that's his turn actually. As Sin, I think you would have failed a death save
Yeah.
from the damage. That is 3
Probably.
death saving throws failed.
Yup.
As you drift away into a bottomless abyss, falling ever downward, surrounded by the sounds of whispers and the beat of a hammer upon an anvil. Well, I lost the first tiefling, but the second will do. You experience this, but you also experience looking through Umbra's eyes, the pain radiating across her flesh as her fur and skin is burled by this acidic mist. What does Umbra wish to do in this moment?
Intelligent Umbra would. Attack this
Vivify?
tree that hurt.
Go ahead and roll to attack.
Oh, Umbra's done this before.
I know! Oh my god, it's a nat 20!
Roll damage, as that will definitely
MVP.
What
The
the?
only competent person.
Umbra, how? What? Is that double with a nat 20?
be double dice, yes.
Okay.
You don't double the modifier, however,
Yeah.
or any other
Um,
flat damage.
3, 7. Mental math 13. Or I could do no. It's makes she wouldn't bite a tree. She clawed it. It's 13 damage.
How
she
does
noms the
Umbra
tree.
deliver the final strike?
She
As
would.
that was exactly what you needed.
Are you serious?
I'm not kidding.
My God,
There
she
was exactly 13 hit points left.
would rear up on her hind legs, and like unsheath her huge ass panther paws and just swipe across the face of that tree, gouging out as much bark as she could.
Bark is sent flying as is sap tainted red and black, and sent scattering across the grass as the mist swirl and writhe around you all, and you all hear the voice. You, Sin, hear it through Umbra's ears. Very good. Very good indeed. And you'll watch as the tree seems to settle, its movements halting, its form shifting until it's a bark once more. This time, you do see what is carved within it. It is a face, now, that you see, but with its eyes closed, almost miming sleep. Very good. You have proven yourselves well. Let's see how much you can survive to learn of the marked. And as it settles into its slumber, you hear the howls of the wolf spirits grow louder, almost in a rage. As it is now their turn. And they turn upon you, Gilda. They turn upon you and split in half. One pack surging towards you, Gilda. These wolves with their spectral paws digging at the ground, their spectral jaws slobbering and dripping with drool as their malevolent eyes stare at you, stare into your soul. And you feel them pounce through you. I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
They got a hell of a lot of movement.
Oh yeah, no, they do. They're not technically running; they're flying. So.
But 90 feet.
Oh yeah, 120 feet.
Okay, just double checking. There's a hell of a lot of movement. Okay, that's it. 15.
That's a fail, unfortunately. As you take, where are my d10s? I'm missing my dice, there they are. Oh, shit. That's on the floor. I'll take that one instead. Okay, you take 7, 13, 8, 19 points of cold damage as they lunge for you. And you steel yourself, that wasn't too bad. And then you feel the spectral jaws begin to fasten around your neck and around your legs, beginning to try and tear you apart. Does a 17 hit?
Just barely.
I assume a 12 won't.
Nope.
And then a dirty 20 will. So 2 attacks land. And you take 2d4 plus 1d6. So you take 7, 8, 11 points of cold damage as these spectral jaws fasten upon you.
Okay.
And I need you to make me an intelligence saving throw.
It's 18.
Okay. You don't take damage. But you do get a vision nonetheless. You see what seems to be a cliff face. There's a large cave entrance to your right as you're staring at this cliff face. And above you roars a waterfall as it cascades down into a large pool. You look behind you and you see this waterfall splits off into many, many roaring rivers. And though you can't see this physically, you get the idea, there's this sensation, this knowledge, that those rivers then wind their way through the entirety of the Delen Forest. That this is the home of all rivers in the forest. That this is River Home. And there is something within that cave waiting for you. The second wolf pack turns and starts running for you, Pyre. Does a 21 hit?
Yep.
This is the pack, so you take only that. Okay. You take 4, 10, 13 points of damage.
Did I land when I fell within 5 feet of Pyre?
You are, yes. You're
Can
within
I make
five.
a sentinel attack against the wolf pack?
Sure. It is with phone, with disadvantage because you're prone.
Okay.
Because you're not yet stood up. You can attack.
Well, that was a natural 20, but I don't get to keep it. We're gonna go with 16.
16 hits.
Cool. That's fuck. What is that? 7 points of damage. It's like punch a ghost.
Okay. So,
As I punch a ghost.
and Pyre, I need you to make me a saving throw, please.
Okay. 13.
Okay. You take 14 points of psychic damage,
Okay.
and you are also granted a vision. You see an individual. You can't make out their features, their gender, their sex, their race. Nothing can be made out about them. It's just like a shadowy featureless individual before you. But you see burning upon the back of their neck almost like a brand. This symbol that you know instinctively to be a symbol tied to the spirit of the tree. It is a symbol that you saw upon the totems. And it is burning on the back of their neck. Very brightly, very vividly. Tied to their soul and printed upon their soul, not so much on their body. You get the idea, this is a marked individual. Marked for some crime against the spirit of the forest. Fembis, your turn. What do you wish to do?
I think at this point, seeing Sin down again for like the second time and like ripped back from death and having the stranger who brought him back fall unconscious next to him, he's gone freaking feral. Just like heaving and like, I'm gonna get myself up with half my movement and take 2 just swings at the ghosts that are right here by Pyre, because I can't heal anybody, I can't help anybody, I can just hit. So
go ahead, roll to attack.
Okay, that is a 21 and a 25.
They were both hits. By the way, just while you do roll the damage, can I just for my own notes clarify, Sin's dead.
Yes, yeah.
Voxy and Helia are unconscious.
Yeah, I don't have any healing potions. I can't do anything.
Sorry, I just needed to clarify for my notes that tried that right. Thank you. So roll your damage.
Okay. So is it a singular target, or is it like multiples?
So thickly around you that they are considered a swarm. So
okay. 13 total for the 2 hits. I'm going to spend a key point to try to do stunning strike on them, so they have to make a con saving throw.
13.
That is the DC, so they save.
Okay.
Can I do that for both hits, or is it only once per turn?
I believe it's actually for all hits. You can just...
Okay, yes. I'm going to spend another key point, try to stun him again with that second hit. 17. Okay, yeah, that saves. And then I'm going to... what do I want to do? I can't disengage if I want to do that, but if I don't disengage, I'm going to get killed. So I'm going to, using my monk abilities, bonus action, disengage, step of the wind.
Yep.
And I'm going to sprint to Sin. And it's just...
Okay.
You get this feeling that this is why Fenris and Umbra have this weird relationship, because he's practically on all fours sprinting to the only member of his pack that still exists who is laying on the ground dead, and I'm just going to plant myself over her, and just nothing is getting to her unless it goes through me.
Okay. Aya, you're up next. What do you wish to do?
So, I'm surrounded.
Yes.
And Sin is not within 5 feet of me, yeah?
Not within 5 feet, no.
Superb! The bonus action, spare the dying on Helia, because she's the closest.
Okay. Helia, you stabilize.
Yay. I'm surrounded. Yay. I'm good at that. I'm not good at that. So it's 1 swarm or 2?
There are 2 swarms. One near you, one near Gilda.
Okay, so 1 on me. Okay, well, it's already on me, so I'm just gonna cast... Do I want to do it at a higher level? Probably. Let's cast Inflict Wounds at 3rd level. Why not?
Go ahead, roll your attack.
Since it's right fucking there, and I'm just fucking pissed, and my fire hair is a little bit brighter than normal. Let's see. To hit, that's +9. What is 16 + 9?
25, that hits.
Cool. What is that higher level? 5d10, hell yeah.
If it wounds is deadly. Let's see if it can be deadly here.
That is a big bop.
Ooh, 20, 26, 27, and the last one, I just forgot how to add. 31.
How do you wish to do it? As both these swarm still connected on some tangible level, both rear back and howl in agony. Do you wish to explain how they not so much die but are dispersed?
Oh yeah. So they don't. Do they have veins now? They're not corporeal enough. So I'm gonna just big old red fire energy, rar, genasi. Just stick my hand into it. Say some shit in Abyssal. I don't think anyone who speaks Abyssal is close enough to me.
Nope, not close enough.
So I'm not going to divulge, but I will tell my DM later.
Close enough.
And it's like black and red, just like an explosion, just like through their bodies until it's my smoke and not theirs.
Okay. You reach out your hand and you feel something. It's not physical form, but it's tangible enough that you can contact it, that you can damage it. So you grasp tightly, have an idea that these small spirits are connected on some unseen level. As you say, your hair blazes as your fire genocide blood surges within you. You can feel the symbol you wear around your neck of Valhyas, the goddess of sin, seems to burn against your skin. Very pleasantly, though, not a painful burn. And as you reach out and you grasp them, you surge your energy through them and you watch as they begin to glow and almost crack apart, seams running along them as they howl in agony. And Gilda, you see this as well. As the pack on you also suffers this fate. What you don't see, however, Gilda, and what only you, Aya, do see, is that swarming out of these wolves are countless tiny ravens, all without eyes in their eye sockets and blood staining the feathers beneath, the symbol of Valhyas herself. As you feel your goddess's presence, however much you may dislike it, settle around you like a mantle, as all your anger and all your fear surges forwards in this one moment, and you call upon the sin within these dead spirits, every wrongdoing they committed in life, and it tears them apart until all you're left with is harmless mist that settles to your feet. And in this moment, as one of your members is dead, 2 are unconscious, 1 stabilized, you will go to a break. Just so this tension can be kept a little while longer, because I'm cruel like that.
So cruel.
But yes, thank you all for watching part 1 of this season finale, and I do hope you will stick around to see what happens next.
Great.
In about 5 to 10 minutes or so.
So glad that's the word, not even the worst
Okay.
thing.
Switching over.
Hello, all, and welcome back to the season finale of The Old Myths. Thank you for sticking around if you stuck by during the break, and thank you for joining us if you happen to join us during the break. We're currently coming back off a rather tense combat encounter. But before we do that, I do want to quickly announce something, cover something before I forget. All music you hear in this session and in all sessions of The Old Myths has been made by Alex Rowe. You can find him under that name, Alex Rowe, on Spotify, YouTube, and Bandcamp. You can also find him over on Twitter as @Roetaka, that is @ROETAKA. It is very good thematical music, in my opinion. I've used it when writing and also to add some emotion to when I'm reading. And it also adds emotion perfectly to this. So do go check out his work and even buy a couple of his tracks from Bandcamp. It's well worth it, in my opinion. And with that said, why don't we jump back into the Old Myths? As the mist begins to settle, still thick and cloying the air around you, but not as present anymore. It's not weighing as heavily upon your shoulders as it was at first. We come back to the scene of two of our group unconscious. Voxy, our cameras are slightly mixed up, it seems. But Voxy is stood, paralyzed in place, his axe held about to chop at the tree. Only the paralysis keeping him standing as he is unconscious. Also unconscious is Helya, although Helya is stabilized, lying on the ground, surrounded by the mist. Voxy, I need to make me a death saving throw, please.
Okay. 9.
Okay, you fail one death saving throw. Sin is dead on the ground, sadly. Umbra nudging at her, almost trying to wake her up. And Fenris crouched on all fours in a very feral manner, standing guard over Sin. Gilda, you are around 90 feet away currently.
Yeah, sprinting on my way back and then going to heal
You're
whoever
sprinting.
is still down by the time I get there.
You're sprinting blindly, by the way. And it
Yeah.
almost feels as if the distance is more than it is. Higher. You're essentially left alone in this moment. Fenris being preoccupied with guarding Sin. The dying forms of your allies around you. And the weight of your goddess, Valhyas, still weighing upon your shoulder in a very comforting, if unwanted, due to your distaste of the divine and your connection to it, manner. What do you wish to do?
Immediately spare the dying on Voxy, and then I'm running to Sin, getting my diamonds out, ready to cast Revivify.
Okay. Sin. You are falling through a bottomless pit. Voices whispering past you, the sound of a hammer upon an anvil ringing in your ears impossibly. This presence almost twisting and curling around your form as you fall deeper and deeper. Oh no, I really don't want to lose you. But it looks like I might. It is a shame, to be honest. I was looking so very forward to having an individual whom I could interact with. Or perhaps I should just keep you.
I'd rather not be kept, thanks.
Voxy, as you stabilize, Pyre, it is at that moment that you reach Sin.
Yeah, I'm casting Revivify.
Okay. Can you read me the text of Vivify, please?
I can. You touch a creature that has died within the last minute. That creature returns to life with 1 HP. Can't return until old age or body part. So
You feel this divine magic reach out through Sin's body into traveling along the mystical connections towards Sin's soul. But it feels as if you hit a barrier.
I knew it!
And you hear a voice. No, 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 no. I am not willing to lose my part in this game so easily. No, no, I wish to play some more. Pi, I need you to make your wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh, you fucking bet. 26.
You feel something try to pierce into your mind, but you kind of are able to rebuff it. Aren't you an interesting one?
Who the fuck are you?
I am known by many names. Many have accursed me over the years with many a title that I do not wish to bear. My name is forgotten, lost into time.
Well, pick one and give it to me.
Oh, very feisty, aren't you?
Yep. Sure fucking am.
I am Dylira.
Great, I'm Pyre. Nice to meet you. Give her the fuck back.
And why would I do that? I've been cast adrift for so very long. Lost in this abyss of mine. Imprisoned and trapped. All because I wished freedom. For me, for my kin. Do not be bound to these games that others play. I finally have a chance to not free myself, but have a conduit. Why would I give her back? Sin, you are hearing the same thing. You are also hearing Pyre's voice. Gilda, at this moment you manage to breach the mist and you see this sight of Voxy stood frozen in place, of Helya lay on the ground, of Fenris crouched over Sin's body, of Umbra nudging at Sin, trying to wake her up, and a Pyre knelt there, a diamond resting upon Sin's chest, some arcane sigil twisting through the air, but not activating. The diamond itself covered in glowing lines, almost as if it's on the brink of shattering, but something's preventing the spell from going through.
Okay. That's like one of 3 spells Pyre knows that I don't, so I'm not going to go over and fuck that one up. But no, Gilda would look immediately towards Helya and then sprint over, just muttering to herself, no, she was supposed to help. She was supposed to fix this. And then casting a 3rd level Cure Wounds.
Okay. How much is Helya about?
15.
Okay, Helya, you're brought. I'm stepping into the accent. You're brought back to the site of who you do know to be Gilda. This fading warmth spreading through you, slowly filtering away into nothingness, as this healing magic does reset some wounds, but not all of them. You're still in pain, but as you come to, you are aware and in your own mind.
The old man just wheezing. Oh, thank fuck I got there in time.
I'm gonna
All right.
pat Gilder.
You did. You did good. You did good.
As you look around Helya, getting into a sitting position, you see what I have just described. I've seen Umber, Fenris, and Pyre. You also, as I said, do see Voxy, seemingly paralyzed in place, seemingly unconscious.
I immediately am going to put my hands down onto the earth, and I am going to mutter some words in Primordial, and I am going to cast Mass Cure Wounds.
Okay.
So anybody who needs it will heal. Oh! Sorry.
Everyone but Sin will heal this.
Okay, wait.
'Cause I'm
Math.
still dead.
Hold
Mm-hmm.
I'm working on it.
on. 31 hit points.
Then everyone,
Wow.
Voxy, you heal 31 and come back into consciousness. Paralyzed still, unfortunately. Although it will wear off in about 12 seconds or so.
I kind of feel like as that healing comes over, it might settle Fenris just a little bit, enough to get his sense about him again, and kind of notice what Pyre is attempting to do, and just start going, come on, Pyre, save her, cut the cleric crap and save her. Just start like aggressively encouraging Pyre to save my friend.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
I don't know if it helps, but
Then, Pyre, what do you wish to do?
Me? Can I?
You're hearing the conversation between
Okay.
Pyre and Dylira.
Excuse me. There's a train. I'm just gonna mute myself.
Choo choo, here comes the death train.
No! Not allowed.
Sorry.
No one dies on my watch.
So, yes, Pyre, Sin, what is it you wish to do as you hear Dylira's voice?
You one
You
of
are
them
aware,
Oh.
Pyre, that the Revivify, if I remember correctly, has a minute.
Yeah.
You're coming close. You're about halfway through that time.
Superb. Okay. So, Dylira, you want a conduit, yeah? Well, let me tell you, she's a shitty conduit when it comes to magic. Sorry about it. Not
Yes,
a good
you're
idea.
hearing this loud and clear, by the way. You heard yourself be called a shitty conduit.
I am absolutely correct. You went out of that prison. I've seen the edge of it. It's pretty deep, yeah? You went out? You want to help?
I wish to be free. All I did was try to stop it. Is that which would fall to ruin. The agreement that was made and false words. I tried to stop it. It would fall, and it has. And I was punished for my actions.
Give her back and I'll get you out.
It is not that simple, young Pyre.
I didn't say it was.
I have been trying for centuries upon centuries, aeons upon aeons, as long as living memory exists. I have been trying to free myself.
Well,
Bound in the hillock, unable to be free. But there I cannot be free. I can only live through another.
here's the thing about that, Dylira. All those eons trying to get free, all that time with the Hillock, and that's before you met me. And I'm gonna get you out of there.
And what are you? You are a speck upon the tapestry that is life. You may see yourself as meaningful, but you are not. Everyone is meaningless in this existence.
I didn't say we were.
We are fleeting and nothing more than entertainment. No, if you wish this one back and tethered, give me another.
What does conduit entail, quickly and briefly?
I shall live through them. I shall experience what they experience. I shall see what they see, hear what they hear, feel what they feel. For the first time in as long as I can remember, I will feel the wind upon my face, the dirt beneath my feet, the sound of the nature I love so dearly all around me, the sound of other voices.
Can I roll insight?
You can. And you
Natural
will have
20.
advantage.
Oh,
Okay, don't
well.
matter.
I'm
Lyra.
losing my mind.
Lyra is being truthful.
Okay.
Entirely truthful.
Do they have to be dead
There's
for that, or?
There's
Can I?
something they're keeping back,
Mm-hmm.
but you don't get the idea it's harmful.
Okay.
It's just something they don't think you need to know, essentially.
Okay. And
Like a, if you will, a side effect. It's not what it would entail.
mm-hmm.
It would be like a slight side effect of this connection.
Okay.
Can I speak at all, or am I just like listening
Can.
in on the conversation?
Yeah.
If I speak, does Pyre hear what I'm saying?
You don't know.
Okay. If she said all that, I would ask her about like feeling the wind in her hair and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Will I still be me if I'm your conduit?
So for you, Pyre, it's almost as if Dylira is responding to nothing.
Okay.
But you soon get the response. I would not impose myself upon you. Just live through you.
Okay.
And I will, at this moment, force you to make a decision as the last seconds of your Revive tick down.
Oh.
Sin,
Yeah.
Pyre, what are your choices?
I'm pressing the fuck down. I'm gonna get her back.
I'll be a conduit. If she just needs freedom, I know that feeling.
Okay.
Sin would be like, okay, I get it. I get where you're coming from.
Okay. Pyre, as you try and force through your Revivify spell, there's this momentary block, and you feel as it ticks down 6 seconds, 5 seconds. You have an agreement, Sin. And the block vanishes, and you feel your magic wrap around the soul of Sin. And Sin, you are pulled back into your body. Gasping awake to the sight of Pyre knelt next to you, Umbra nuzzling against you, of Fenris in a very guarded position nearby, of Helya, Gilda and Roxy stood behind them. And you feel Umbra in your mind, but you also feel another, a faint whisper in the back of your skull. Oh, this is so very lovely. I'd forgot what it was like to feel. Thank you. Just thank you. I am Dylira. I am the Pact Bane.
This is fun. Fire, don't hate me.
So I heard that last part where he says, "Sin, we have it," or they say, "Sin, we have a deal," right?
They just said we have an agreement.
We have
They didn't say main. No, it didn't say a name. It was just we have an agreement. Then
Did it consume my diamond?
It did.
Okay.
As the Revivify spell did go off. At the
Okay.
last minute.
So I'm gonna look down at Sen. So that.
Well, first, Sin's first reaction before any of that is she's going to grab Umbra and grab Fenris.
Okay. I'm glad you're not dead. Okay.
I'm very glad you're not dead. Okay.
I will just a hug. Kind of down into your shoulder.
Good. And then I'm going to look at you, Pyre, and go, yeah.
Did you?
I might have.
We're talking later.
Yeah, I know.
So,
We're talking later.
as you all gather yourselves from this trying ordeal within the Titan's Grove, this still heavy presence around you, but no longer so weighty that you can't ignore it. It is kind of like a side notice now. What is it that you all wish to do? As some of you still quite injured, i.e. Sin, and some of you back up to a reasonable amount of health.
I've got an arm around Sin's waist and I'm like helping her walk, and I'm gonna approach the still stranger person who's here and just who the fuck are you? I don't know what's going on, but at least you're here to answer, so who the fuck are you? Also, thank you for saving my life.
You muted.
Yep, I figured that out as soon as we were talking.
You know, I do think that maybe perhaps we should talk. You know, it's fine, except that, it's nice to meet you too. You must be the ones that went missing. My name is Helia.
Yeah, Fenris. Offer a hand.
Hiya. Can I ask, it was you, right, who saw the vision of the marked?
Yeah, that was me.
Yes, okay. Can you make me wisdom saving throw, please?
Sure.
And an intelligence saving throw. And a charisma saving throw.
Okay.
Jesus. Slow down.
What was the first one?
Wisdom and
int,
intelligence.
Wisdom, 15.
Okay.
And then intelligence and charisma?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, intelligence. Not great. 10.
Okay.
And charisma. 18.
Okay. In that case, that fits perfectly, actually.
Great!
Oh!
I'm so glad!
I don't like it when he says that.
You feel something weighing on the side of your head, this burning sensation by your temple. And without looking, you know that it's in the same shape as the one you saw on the back of that figure's neck. Although it doesn't feel like it's on you, so much as it's a pull towards a direction.
Is it
You-
is it
it is-
visible or?
To everyone else, no.
Okay. But
If I will say, if you look in like a mirror reflective surface, then you Pyre can see it.
Cool.
And in this moment, you find yourself, your mind shifting slightly, Pyre.
Okay.
You can only trust that sensation. That is the true path you need to go towards now.
Okay.
The way you must walk. You're certain of it. You can delay yourself. You can take diversions and things like that, but you are certain now that your story must lead you to wherever this mark on your temple is pulling you. That it is imperative that you go there.
Okay.
So as I say, you could go other locations, but you will always always be longing to follow that pull.
Cool.
What does everyone else want to do as you gather yourself?
Gilder's just taking a seat, still trying to collect himself. That's a lot of running for an old man.
Okay.
What the fuck's happening?
Are we
I very
still-
much like to leave this fucking forest.
That's what I was gonna say. Are we still in Titan's Grove?
You're still in the grove, yes.
Should we go talk to Old Nan again? I feel like there's a lot that happened.
I think we're supposed to jump in a hole. Don't know what fucking hole it is, but I think there's like a hole we're supposed to jump in. Or something.
Where is this hole?
I don't know. The spooky mist told me about it. And also the lady when I was dead. And also the eyes and the glowing skulls. And I have no fucking clue what's going on. I'm just gonna sit down on the ground.
I think we need a drink, and we need to figure out where the fuck we go on from here.
Okay. As you all go to leave, the figure stood at the gate. Very familiar figure to all but two of you. A cloaked figure with piercing yellow eyes staring out from the shadows cast by the cloak. Just looking at you all one by one.
Oh, shit.
It's Old Nan.
Who?
You'll like her.
What's an old man?
You'll like
You'll
her.
hate her.
You, Elsa, yes, did you hear? Did you get rid of your pesky insanity? Did you listen? Did you hear the voices? Truly.
And this old tabaxi pulls down her hood, and so Fenris and Pyre, you see very dark fur but speckled white with age, but there's two very vivid yellow eyes still showing a sense of vibrancy to her.
Can Umbra approach her with curiosity?
Sure.
Yes.
Umber is looked at and recognised, but Old Nan's eyes go towards Helja. Oh yeah, sorry.
I did listen. Sort of. But
Good.
I have questions. I have.
Well, ask them then. Ask them. Don't hold them back. You ask questions. If you have questions, you ask them. It's simple. The questions for asking. Questions are for answering. So ask them. Ask. Rest of you. Yes. No. Yes. Rest of you. Ask.
We didn't learn anything while we were there. I want you to understand that. We learned.
Then you were dumb.
No.
You learned a lot.
Well,
I'm very dumb. That is correct.
Didn't
Fenris,
listen.
you saw visions. I saw visions. Did anyone else see visions?
I think it's safe to assume we all saw visions.
Yes.
Also something.
Did you not realize? You saw the ritual. Stronger mind, stronger will, stronger body. Loyalty, blood. Huh? Idiots, all of you.
Oh.
Who the
You
fuck
saw
are
the
you? Don't call me an idiot.
I am Old Nan, young one. I have been here before you were just a speckle in your grandfather's eye.
That's nice.
Go, idiot.
You just tried to kill us.
Of course it is.
Technically, that was the tree.
Knowledge is gained through sacrifice. Everything of worth has sacrifice, has payment.
Some
Would
of
you
us
expect anything
sacrificed
less?
enough, I think.
No. You can never sacrifice enough. You must always be ready to sacrifice to learn.
And suddenly,
no.
Old Nan's eyes flicker down to Umber.
Well, aren't you a smart one? You listened, didn't you? Yes, you did. Yes, you listened. Why can't you be like that one?
I'm gonna lean over to Sin. Is Umber gonna end up like that one day?
No? Maybe?
Let me just
Honestly, I
check.
kind of hope so.
I don't.
Oh, just this one.
I don't need another cat rambling off nonsense to me.
So, yes, questions. You have them. Ask them now.
Where do we go? Tell me where to go, and I will go there. Cause you're right. I'm an idiot, and I have no idea what's happening.
You cannot tell you your path. One
wait.
must find their path.
Wait, Umbra, when Fenris says, well, I'm an idiot, goes, in Infernal, he really is, isn't he?
Wait, Umbra says that?
And
Yes.
Sin whips around and looks at Umbra.
So
You
does
all-
Fenris.
So, does anyone else speak Infernal?
No.
Okay, so you all hear from Umber,
Right, Scan. Yes.
That's
which
the
Fenris
fuck was that?
you know as it really isn't he.
See, I told you. That one listened.
What?
I crouch down and like stare into Umbra's eyes.
I need an Umbra voice now. What do you want, Red One?
This is
Let's go.
really,
Let's stay.
this is really awesome. You just got so much cooler.
I was always cool, you could never see it.
I love doing the Infernal voice, by the way, so I'm gonna keep doing this.
It's just a cat yowling.
Are you gonna turn into that lady when, like, eventually?
Wouldn't you like to see?
Yeah, I really would.
And Umbra just closes her eyes and purrs.
See, I told
Honestly, I feel like we should address the talking cat here, but there's so much weirder shit I've seen today. I just want to fucking go home.
Oh, don't you know? Your home will be at the end of your path. Just keep walking and you'll find it. It might take you different places, but that is all the good of life. You see more. You see what you would never see if you did not wander away from what is safe. Keep walking. Keep walking and you will find your path and you will find your home. And you will find that cave that you need.
I know where my home is. My home is a place
Do
I
you,
can go to.
do
Did
you
you
know
guys-
where a home is? Do you know where your family is safe? Because I believe one of your family is not safe.
He's
Find
okay.
your
First of
home.
all, he is safe. Second of all, I know where he is. I know where my fucking children are. They're not here. This
Oh,
bullshit.
the body is, yes, by all means. But he is not safe. No. You need to find your path. Walk it. Find that cave you need to seek. Find that knowledge you need.
Testing my patience here, old man.
Shikyo, if your headache's
Push
really
past
getting bad, you can duck out for the rest of the session if you want. I'll let you know what's talked about. If it's really bad, I don't want you suffering through.
Alright, sorry about that. I have my headset set, like holding it open, and I'm listening. I'm just.
Yeah. That's what I mean. If you need to duck out, I'll give you a recap of what you miss afterwards. Don't suffer through this.
For all intents and purposes, you could just say Boxy's still paralyzed.
Okay.
So you're walking with them. I'll say you're consumed over what old man previously told you.
Ah,
You're thinking
okay,
of that.
that works. Thank you.
My
I
only
will say Roxy will tell the group what you saw back when you get the chance to do so. So don't worry. So duck out if you need to duck out.
Well, I would request you could like turn off your camera and duck out,
okay,
but
that'd be better.
and like you can do other stuff and like mute yourself, but
I can leave the camera. I'm just gonna go lay down.
okay.
And when the thing closes, it closes. I don't mind.
All right,
Yeah, okay.
feel
Go
better.
ahead on them. Thank you. Your editor set off. Yes. What was I? Oh yes. So Do you wish? My hair's all messed up. Do you wish to continue talking to Old Nan?
Gilder doesn't. When she starts bringing up the kids thing, he just gets frustrated and pushes past her and just walks.
Then you
off.
hear shouted after you.
Don't forget about the cave. You'll need the cave. Yes, you need that knowledge that will drive to insanity. That will save your child.
Did say we had to jump into something.
Gritting his teeth and fist clenched.
Now the rest of you, questions, yes? Ask them.
Do we go to the cave now?
That is your choice. There are many paths to walk. Which one you choose is up to you. There's many chances, many choice.
What do you... oh my god, sorry. What do you know about Delia? Delia?
Elira.
Oh, Dylira. Yes, a cursed name. Don't ever utter it again. Especially not in these forests. It is a cursed name. A cursed person.
Pyre, you quit looking at me. Stop that.
She betrayed her tribe. Tried to burn down the pact. Halt it in its path. Of course, many know. Those of us that know better know now that she was true in what she was doing. But it is her name that is cursed nonetheless. By those that don't know all. So do not utter it again.
Wait, so what she was doing was good?
At the time, it was seen as not.
Yes.
With hindsight, yes. After all, she was the only one to recognize that the pact would fall no matter what. And that going through with it would only give anger to the lady.
Which lady?
The lady of the forest.
I'm going to whisper in Pyre's ear the name of the lady that I don't really want to say.
Era Tylea Kaisku.
Thank you. The lady we just talked to in the tree.
Old Nan looks at you intently, Sin.
No, not her. No.
Oh god, there's more ladies. By the gods.
Was the tree the lady?
Yes, a part of her.
Oh, we just kicked the lady's ass. Oh, that's not... I mean, no, the lady kicked our ass, to be fair. But that's... Oh.
Do you know of the Titans? Then you will learn, won't you, on your path. But the lady is the child of a Titan. The breath of that Titan lingers and gives sentience. The lady is the whisper within the forest, upon the winds. The breath of a greater being.
There's a lady, and there's a warden, and there's a pact, and there's a cave, and my head hurts. There's too many things.
Did we
I'm
ever?
just gonna look dumbfounded at everyone else.
Did we ever find out more info on the hillock? Did I just forget to write notes on it?
I will say, when you share your information, you will get more information on the hillock. Because some of you saw it.
I would like to share my information.
Should we jump skip a bit then? In the tavern or something?
Yes, let's get out of
Plenty
here.
time.
Let's have tea and drinks.
Drinks.
Am I
And-
allowed in the tavern?
And there's
Because I did get thrown out last time.
I'll slip him an extra gold.
You, Eldia. You will stay with me. If I must beat the lesson into your head, I must then. You should have listened. Listen, child, listen. Open your ears. Got rid of your sanity, your shackles, and listened. Though you did good.
Helia's gonna start making her way over. She's gonna waddle her way over to old Nan and just sort of look at her in the face and sigh. Okay.
Don't not worry, child. You did good. You have the faith of the lady. The whispers will be better, stronger now. You just need to listen more. And I shall teach you. You have earned yourself. You have sacrificed enough. I shall teach you.
All right.
Hell yeah. You also earned yourself a drink if you care to join us later. Invitation's there.
I'll keep that in mind, dearie. Thank you.
So you all head back to the tavern, to the Three Foxes.
Let's talk about visions and fun things we learned while dead or dying. Woo!
Yes.
As you walk into the tavern, you are once more greeted by that familiar warmth from the braziers and fireplaces that burn. You can see Hob behind his desk in his customary spot, once more scribbling into a book or tome of some sort that's almost equal to him in size. This small gnome.
Before he can say
I'm already
anything,
about 2 drinks in.
before he can say anything, I just want to drop 5 gold on the table in front of him. I'm gonna say, please, it's drinks, food, bedrooms, no questions, please.
But of course, no questions shall be asked, honoured guest.
And he scoops it in that very quick hand motion into the pocket of his waistcoat.
I shall get your food out to you immediately. Go and have your seat with your friend. He's already paid for his drinks. Bosun, we have food.
And you see him scurry out into the into the back room.
Well,
So who wants to share first?
wow,
We fucking died.
We
Again.
died.
you did.
Did
Again.
some disembodied voice talk to you when you were dead? Because one was trying to, like, hit on me or something. It was real fucked up.
Mm,
Then in the back of your head, you'll hear,
But I will admit, I always did have a fondness for tieflings.
can I respond to it without speaking out loud?
you can certainly try.
Well, at least you got. I think to this voice. At least you got the fun one.
Rude.
Question mark?
I do agree with you, Sin. You're so much more interesting. I mean, no offense to the other one to offend this, but I do tend to prefer the feminine form than the masculine. So I'm happy.
Thank you for the compliments.
So yeah, the rest of you just see Sin suddenly stares off into nothing for a few seconds.
Hey.
Yes? What? Yes?
I'm pointedly not looking at Zen. Well,
I'm pointedly not noticing that you're not looking at me.
yeah, we'll talk later.
Okay.
We're sharing a room, remember?
Oh God.
You could have changed the rooms if you wanted, Sin.
Nope. It's too late. Didn't think of it.
Well, there's no use fucking pretending anymore, and I'm gonna cast Mass Healing Word at 4th level on everyone. Except Gilder, because fuck him, right? He's at full.
I know.
From me.
I did need Helia's help to get back to full, but
Gilda is going to be hated by the end of this, isn't he?
So everyone gets 12.
joke's on you. You can't hate me more than Gilder hates himself.
Everyone, no, not damage. Heal. Okay, 12.
Oof.
That one heals 12 hit points.
Yeah, and I just do it, and I'm like,
I mean, we all saw you cast Revivify. You can't really hide anymore.
nope. But it was worth it.
As you cast that spell, Pyre, you feel almost like 2 bird feet land on your shoulder, and a voice whisper in your ear. Very good, child. You're beginning to accept yourself.
Except you, not myself. If I can think that, that'd be great, but I'll say it out loud if I have to.
I mean, you can certainly think it. You don't know if it'll be heard, but you can certainly think it.
I'll think it.
Okay.
So, what's next? The hillock? I look at Pyre.
I don't
Is
know
Anders-
anything.
Is Anders foes? Everyone
Oh
else?
no!
Anders!
Anders.
That's an
At the very
unfortunate.
end as well. Should we continue and see if he comes back? Or
Yeah.
then I believe you're talking to Pyre about the hillock.
I actually don't know anything about the hillock.
Do any of us? Do we know where it is?
What is it? I don't even know that.
So Voxy, I believe, is one of them I gave the visions to the hillock, and he describes what he saw. Oh, and we've lost Anders.
Oh no! I'm gonna hope he hops back in. Oh gosh!
Yeah, hopefully.
Look at all these messed up windows.
Yay!
Nothing said in the Discord. Ignore that. But,
Chaos.
Foxy will share the vision he saw of the hillock, which was of the pyres set up and burning, of the pyres is in funeral pyres.
They're all just me.
I assume that actually happens in character.
Oh yeah.
I saw the pyres. No, the
the fuck are you talking
funeral
about?
pyres. Yeah, and of the individuals who were basically bloodletting onto the tree. And I believe, was it Din? You saw the rest of the visions of the hillock.
Yes, with the fire burn.
Mm-hmm. Of the laughter, manic laughter.
Yes. Sorry, I'm also trying to fix the windows.
It is fine.
So it sounds like, and we're just gonna assume that Fenris filled us in too.
Mm-hmm.
There's the cave.
Which Gilda you saw?
Or the cavern.
Or a cave, at least.
Is
Whether
that-
it is up to you.
Is that the same cavern from the Mist? Perhaps?
You were the one who saw them all stood on the edge, right?
Yeah,
Sorry, I forgot to make notes on who saw what vision.
that's
but
okay.
then yes, it's very,
Okay.
very familiar to you.
Okay.
So we've got two different places, but we've got no idea what's waiting where. So we're just fucking in the wind on this one, aren't we?
Umbra.
Gilda, could you make me a nature check, please, before Umbra does what Umbra does? But very quickly, a nature check from Gilda.
A nature check, huh?
Yep.
Does it have to do with mountains, grasslands, or forests?
Yes. Technically, it's to do with the forest. This forest, to be precise.
17.
Okay. Then you know the vision that you saw was a Viver home, a place that you've heard about every now and then in this incursion and exploration of the forest. You remember from your vision, all rivers come from Viver home, so all rivers lead to Viver home.
Okay. And is that... Well, old Nan didn't tell me much about the cave. I need to find where there's... Was it like the people who sleep or whatever that are supposed to help?
Just a cave. So all you are told to keep an eye out for a cave, and you know it when you see it.
And Riverhome is a big cave. That seems like a big important place.
It was a waterfall that
Well-
split all rivers. The cave right next to it.
Yeah. Well, do any of us know how to get to this hillock? Or we're just seeing visions and hoping we find it?
Umbra.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Sam. Did you see the hillock while you were in the mist?
Trying to think how you did Umbra's voice.
Just like low and raspy.
Yeah. I saw many hillock. Not exactly uncommon.
What about one with a tree on top? That's a very important looking tree.
What's Umbra's intelligence modifier now?
Umbra's intelligence modifier is a +0.
Okay.
It's
so
a 10.
Okay. It's 10. Okay. Oh yeah, because it jumped up to 10. Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay. I might know what you speak of, but I cannot lead directly. Time is different within the forest. Space also, what I understand of it. I can give a general direction to you, Sin, but nothing direct.
If we were to travel to River
Home.
Home, and we were near the hillock, would you be able to tell us that? Would you be able to tell?
I think I would, yes.
To everyone else, I'm talking to a panther, and it's great.
Sin, you hear in the back of your head that voice again. Perhaps this is where I can be of aid to you. The pact was made at the hillock. Naturally, I know how to find it.
Oh, how serendipitous.
It is not a place to walk to. It is not a place to easily find. You must
just stumble into it? Okay, alright.
You must wander lost, and then you will find it. If you make the correct offerings, it is a protected place.
What kind of offering are we talking about here?
That I do not know.
I
In
feel
times past, when I was alive, a simple sacrifice of an animal would be enough. In these times, when the spirit of the forest is much more angry, betrayed, it could be a sacrifice of yourself. It could be a sacrifice of your friend. It could be no sacrifice at all, and they just act on whim. I'm afraid I cannot tell you what they want now.
I feel like me and my friends have sacrificed a lot to these woods already.
But yet you stand. You have not completed the cycle of life into death, but perhaps that is not what they want. My advice to you, darling Finn, wander lost, see what you come across.
I think we should go to Riverhome.
Higher. At those words, you feel that burning on your temple. That tugging grows stronger.
Is that the same direction, or?
You don't know what direction Riverhome is in. But you get the idea that this pull is not exactly happy with the idea of going somewhere else first. What do you wish to do about that?
I'm very frightened.
Higher and Sin are in good spots.
Yeah, we're in great.
We're
great
totally
places in our
fine.
lives. We're gonna have some time later. I'm gonna like rub it absentmindedly. It's easier to do without glasses. And by absentmindedly, I mean vigorously. we could go not there because I don't know. Maybe we're not ready to go there. I don't know who's to say, really.
Well, where else would we go? We can't stay in this village the entire time.
I don't know. Maybe we need to wander lost in a different direction than Riverhome. Maybe.
I am giving Pyre a stare, a deep, 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 deep stare.
I'm not looking at
because
you.
This is the second time I've heard this wanderlost bullshit.
We know where Riverhome is, and we know how to find it, so it's the best thing to do rather than fucking wandering around these goddamn woods forever.
I mean, you're still wandering around the goddamn woods. It's just in a different direction, maybe. Maybe it's on the way. Who knows?
If we go to Riverhome, we're not wandering. We're following a river. We follow it back to its source, and we follow that. We know exactly where we're going. Just have to find a river first. Which shouldn't be that hard between Sin and I.
I don't know. It might be kind of hard. Maybe rivers are kind of scarce around here. That's why we have to wander lost for a while.
Okay, well, we'll wander lost until we find a river, and then we'll follow that river to Riverhome.
Maybe,
There's
probably.
cave.
That's a possibility that we can explore when we get there.
Well, I'd much rather be wandering towards something than wandering towards nothing.
So, Gilder, you have kids?
I've mentioned them a couple times, I think.
And one of them is really sick?
Oh, he's fine.
That's bullshit. I heard old Nan, right? Do I know that's bullshit?
Oh, yeah. Old Nan wasn't being quiet.
The raving. Sorry.
That's bullshit.
You heard the ravings of a mad old cat who stared Voxy into a madness. Gonna believe her when she says things about a man she's never met? What about you with your abyssal talk, huh? You don't got any right to judge me, keeping my secrets.
You're the one who knows abyssal too.
Again, because I hunt monsters. I didn't learn it for fun.
I didn't learn it for fun either.
Then how did you learn it then?
Doesn't matter.
It kind of does. I feel like if we're going to be wandering anywhere, we should know more about each other. You tell me where you learned the best, and I'll tell you about my son.
Umbra, you can talk now and are intelligent.
Or daughter,
What
whichever
are your
one you
thoughts?
want to talk about.
What did you say there? Sorry, Sid?
I said, Umbra, you're intelligent and can talk now. What are your thoughts? You're a party member.
So,
Team leader.
Team
Umbra,
leader.
who is nudging Fenris, who I'm going to say at this point is drunken up and is slumped over. And so Umbra's just nudging the slumped over drunken form of Fenris, just looks over. Yet I don't really have much of a preference where I wander in. I shall follow you. I have followed you and it has been good, so I shall continue following you. I am happy to go where you walk, my friend.
I give her a little scritch behind her ears where she likes it.
If I could do a purring voice, I'd do Umbra purring, but I don't know I could do it properly, so
Umbra
Sorry,
first.
let me go find Puck and I'll hold him up to the mic.
Perfect.
Oh.
Gnocchi, come here. Oh my god, where'd my cat go? Well,
Sam. Don't make it.
that was a purr. That counts.
best I can do. There you go.
Can we just end the stream on that purring? I feel safe.
Well done.
I think we need to wander lost.
Look, I don't mean to be selfish, but that cave is apparently where I need to go, according to Crazy Cats.
I know, but the cave,
And
we
it's-
know where to go. We find a river, we follow the cave. That's done. It's easy. The hillock is clearly an important place, and the only way to find it is to get lost. If we get lost and we find it, we can find a river, we can find River Run.
That sounds like a great
River
idea.
Home.
I love
They're
getting
both
lost.
important. So why don't we just knock out the easy one first? Before we dive headfirst into something we have no idea
Well,
about.
we thought this town would be easy, and two of us were killed by a tree.
And butterflies.
And butterflies.
Technically, we didn't die.
Which is why I would much rather know where we're going than wandering lostly.
I feel like we have kind of known where we were going this entire time a little bit. We knew our destination.
Don't you have that map?
Have we?
This map, this magical annoying map.
Yeah.
You do have the map still, yes.
Hey map, where's Riverhome?
You watch as the map, the writing scrolls across the parchment. Well, finally you remember that you have me. And then the writing underneath. I regret to inform you that I do not know of a place called Riverhome. Perhaps if it was a settlement that had been imprinted within me, I would know it.
Hey
Not a
map.
made-up place.
Tell him to ask Larissa.
Ask Larissa where Riverhome is.
Or the hillock?
No, wait, one thing
And
at
the
a
writing.
time.
Or
Yeah,
the
writing
mark.
scrolls. I am a map. Do you really think I'm a communication device?
Okay, you're a map. Where are the rivers?
Well, finally you asked something that makes sense. And the map again seems to bulk, as now it's several folds of parchment instead of a single piece. You can unfold it, and as I described previously, it's almost like a magical ping has gone off on the map, and you can see Donesborough around you, and you can see where you are placed in the immediate area. The closest, judging by distance, roughly. Make me a survival check, please, then. See how well you can kind of judge the distance on a map.
Can I give her help if I'm also looking at it?
You can, yes. You can give advantage.
Okay.
Can
Oh,
I-
it's a what?
What was that, Pyre?
I was gonna say, can I peek over their shoulder and see if there's a direction I like the most?
You could, but it doesn't really
It doesn't work like that.
work
Okay.
in that way, unfortunately. But yes,
Okay.
Sin, what did you get?
I got a 21.
Okay, the nearest river is something like 2 days away. In a northwestern direction.
The nearest river is 2 miles away, or 2 days away. We could
Mhm.
very easily walk in the direction of the river, get lost, find the hillock, and find the next map because river because we have a map here.
Does
Hooray!
it count as getting lost if we know where we're going? And
We're
then-
heading
Well,
towards...
we're heading towards a
lost.
direction, and maybe at some point we lose sense of that direction, but we're still moving in a direction closer to a river. But we don't know when we'll hit the river,
That's valid. I guess.
so we could very easily get lost looking for this river.
Sure.
How about we just head to the gate and just start walking in a direction, not towards any rivers. Since we're trying to get lost, fuck it. Why use any of our training? Why use any of our survival expertise?
That's
Just wander
a-
into the woods. It'll be fine.
Wonderful idea. Let's do that.
That
So,
wasn't-
Gilder-
as this conversation devolves into a slight argument, as you go back and forth on what path to walk, Pyre trying to subtly nudge them to go her way, Sin wanting to wander lost, and Gilda you wanting to go for the river. The scene cuts to outside of the window of this tavern, where an owl sits, perched on the windowsill, just watching you all with beady eyes,
Motherfucker.
toothy grin across its face. And as it watches you, it suddenly turns and takes flight, flying off into the about mid-morning sky, disappearing into the mist as the feeble rays of the sun try and shine through. And in its place, another owl comes and takes watch. That first owl flies off towards the Titan's Grove, and we cut to the scene of Helya and Old Nan within Old Nan's shack. The little huts just sat there, talking at one another, which is more arguing at one another as they try and reach a common point on what they agree on how Helja should properly communicate with the whisper upon the wind. And as the owl continues to fly and disappear deeper and deeper into the forest, that malevolent grin stretching ever wider across its face, it starts to chitter, repeating exactly what it heard word for word to itself over and over, and where it flies, action begins to stir within the forest. creatures pulling themselves out of burrows they've made and a nest they've made among trunks and trees. Other creatures unraveling from where they've wrapped themselves around branches, slowly dropping to the ground. And many a totem weeping thick white mist. As there we will finish and wrap up the season 1 of the Old Myths.
Okay.
Your choice over where you want to go in the first session will be reached over Discord.
Okay.
So not so much arguing in character, you can discuss it out of character without in character motivations getting in the way, as it were. So you can come to a consensus. But yes, that was session 6 of season 1 of the Old Myths, the season finale of it. And I want to thank everyone who watched, whether that be live on the VOD or over on YouTube. Your viewership has been greatly appreciated, and thank you for sticking with us on this mad episode. Yes, any music you heard in today's session, along with any other session of the Old Myths, you can find over on Spotify, YouTube, and Bandcamp under the name Alex Vo. He's the composer for this wonderful music. I suppose it is technically art, but yeah, wonderful music. And you can purchase some of his tracks over on Bandcamp. And you can find him on Twitter as @Roetaka. That's @ROETAKA. Definitely check out his stuff. I highly recommend it. But yes, I want to give a thank you to my wonderful players. Sadly, we did lose Fenris to the Abyss. That is a failed internet connection. And sadly, Voxy did have to step out due to a headache, which is obviously understandable. But so I'll pass my thanks on to them separately. But yes, thank you to my wonderful players for sticking through this. So I think, why don't we go around and why don't you tell us who you are, who you played, where we can find you on the internet or in the coming days, and your favourite moment of... I'll do something a bit different. Your favourite moment of this session and your favourite moment of this season. This is the finale. So, to be kind, why don't we go to the guest who's only been here for 2 sessions and so has a smaller frame of reference to pick from? Emma, do you want to introduce yourself?
Sure. Thank you, first of all, so much for letting me come back and be here for this really intense finale. Wow, boy howdy.
I'm just glad you could join us. As I think I mentioned to you over Discord, it felt a bit odd just to cut Helge's story off at the end of the last session. So I'm glad you could join us to conclude it.
Thank you. I appreciate that so much. This has been delightful and horrifying. So I'm Emma. You can find me at MK Hansen on Twitter. You can find me a lot here at Variant Roles. The running joke is truly that I live here now. You can find me in the Ravnica game on Mondays, and in the Mad Mage game on Friday, Goth Brunch on Sunday. And on Tuesdays, you can find me over on Dice Priori. So my favorite moment of today, I think that my favorite moment from today was overhearing the conversations between Sin and Pyre, and what was the individual's name? The cursed name? What was the cursed name?
Dylira.
Dylira. That was both, it made me really hate them and also broke my heart to hear their pain. And I think so. Favorite moment from the season, I have a smaller frame of reference because I haven't had an opportunity to watch all of the episodes. But I have thoroughly enjoyed the interactions between Sin and Fenris, and watching the way that has evolved and changed from the early episodes that I saw to what I witnessed today. And it was just they're funny together and they're sweet, and it's my favorite. I love watching those two. You two are great. And I think I also really like it because I know that you two are also best friends in real life. So like seeing that like manifest itself in a game is really delightful.
That's really truly our relationship in real life.
It's perfect. You're perfect. So that's great. So thank you so much again. This was awesome.
Yeah. Well, again, thank you so much for joining us. And why don't we jump over to the one that shares my shortened name, the other Sam.
Hello, my name is Sam. I'm weirdly exhausted. I'm Samtastic with 3 M's. I do the variety streamy gamey things on Twitch, and I yell a lot on Twitter. Where else am I? Oh, that's a fun thing I get to announce. This is going to be my first week joining on the RPG Lab on Fridays, the Shattered Gods. I am going to be in that campaign now. Yeehaw. I don't know why I yeehawed. Favorite moment of today? My brain isn't quite working. Probably Feral Fenris, because that was really sweet. When Fenris, like, ran over to Sen's dying body while I was screaming inside because I had diamonds. And then for the season, I have to be selfish. Well, it's kind of also other Sam. Also Sam. When we did the visions at the Intact Totem, and I was basically like, what's behind the veil? And then that entity was like, you're cheating. So that was fun. That was a fun interaction. Oh, and seeing the cosmology, that's fine. It was a good time. A good season.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it, and I look forward to having you back for season 2. And why don't we jump? Oh yeah, no, we'd be perfectly happy. Be sunshine and rainbows. Why don't we jump over now to Stephen?
Hi, I am Stephen. I played Gilder Tavois. You can find me on the internet at Stephen Arnold on Twitter. And then favorite moment of tonight, I think honestly, was that little, like the arguments at the end. It's always kind of funny when your characters are just exiting some life-threatening thing and then they immediately have to bicker about, we're going to follow the rivers or we're just going to fucking wander endlessly.
Yeah.
So that's a cute little humanizing moment. And then for the season, I don't know. That's hard. There's been a lot of great moments. I think when we jokingly made Umbra MVP was one of the funniest moments.
And then she actually became MVP.
Yeah. Or I made her team leader. You know, like Foxy's gone. Who's our team leader? I jokingly said Umbra, and we're like, yeah, honestly, that makes the most sense.
Makes even more sense now that Umbra can talk.
Yeah.
But yes,
sorry, Foxy, you've been replaced by Umbra.
Same thing to you as well, Stephen. Thank you so much for joining me for season 1, and I look forward to having you back on season 2, especially because now that this is kind of in the setup, I can really begin to explore all of your backstories a bit more in depth. But,
yeah, now that everything's out in the open.
Great. Well, not everything.
Not everything, but partially. But why don't we jump over now to the one that made this wonderful overlay for us, Jesse.
All right, I will also be speaking on Anders' behalf because we are the Terrible Tieflings and are so connected throughout all various forms of life. So I'll go first. I'm Jessie, obviously. You can find me at Jahoosamoose across the internet webs. I have a Twitter. I use it occasionally, mostly to retweet like Spider-Verse, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse stuff because I'm obsessed with that movie and everything. Or to bug Anders. Yeah, I'll probably be in other VR things in the future, but I'll definitely be here for season 2. My favorite moment was Umbra coming back. I mean, come on. I'm sorry. Totally gonna be selfish. My baby's back, and she's amazing, and she killed the tree. What? MVP forever and always. My favorite part of this moment of the season was all of the little like memory flashbacks into Pyre's backstory and my backstory and how it's connected and how we know Fenris's brother just I want to know more of that whole situation, and it was really well done, and I really like that.
Well, it's only been in character. It's only been about a day and a half
I
since we
know.
actually had that information, so you can certainly explore it more come next season.
And Anders' favorite moment of tonight was also Umbra coming back and gaining the ability to talk, which is prettybomb.com.
Yes. I'm pretty glad I made that decision because I'm looking forward to see how it plays out now. So yes,
Everyone
I
needs
guess
to
I'll
learn Infernal.
I'll address both you and Anders in this and say thank you for joining me for season 1, and I look forward to both of you being on season 2 and getting to work with the backstory of the Terrible Tieflings a bit more.
Terrible Tieflings?
Especially now that I have Dylira to add to that
Oh, yes.
whole thing. That'd be
Sin's
fun.
brain is full of voices now.
Yep, 2 presents alongside her own. But I'll quickly speak on Shikio's behalf since he's not here, since I know a few things about what he say. Yes, Shikio was playing Voxy today, and you can find Shikio over on Twitter at Shikio1990. I don't believe he does much on Twitter, mainly tweeting or retweeting where he might be appearing over the internet. But I do know he will be appearing with me tomorrow over in the RPG Lab, where we're both players in the Monday campaign of the company. I believe we're playing tomorrow. It might be another session 0, but I think we're actually doing session 1 tomorrow. So if that is the case, you'll find us on the RPG Lab at 7 PM British time, which is 2 PM Eastern Daylight Time, and I don't know about other time zones.
And you can find Anders. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Over at Anders_D_K on Twitter. He's pretty active there. And on Hats, Cats, and Clerics Twitch channel on Monday, where he'll be playing with someone else. They're calling it Date Night. It's super cute and really sad sometimes. And on VR on Saturdays, running Saltmarsh at 6 PM EDT. Whew.
Thank you. And because I'm terrible at keeping track of time, obviously, I'll go quickly through my bragging, as it were. Anyway, so hi, I am Sam, or Samuel, as I am for this, because there's another Sam. And I can be found over on Twitter at Eldritch Warlock. If you want to tweet at me about anything that happened in this, feel free to do so, actually. I'm more than happy to talk about it. I won't give spoilers, but I'm more than happy to talk about the process of making all of this, and that goes for my players as well. I'm actually debating maybe doing a stream where I'll be working on more world building stuff for this world. I don't know about that, but keep an eye on my Twitter, and if that is the case, I'll probably tweet there when I make a decision on it. I'm not good at streaming. I don't know if my laptop will be able to handle it, so we'll see. But yes, as I said, I can be found tomorrow in the RPG Lab, and I don't think it's for a while now. I can actually be found over on the Greyhawk channel. I think we're skipping that one because Alex is at Gen Con. So on the 16th of August next month, I think is actually our next one now, where we're going through partially connected one-shots, basically, of Saltmarsh. So come watch me play a level 15 Tabaxi Rogue. But I will be playing a Tabaxi Rogue. I think Rogue Warlock, I want to say I went in the end. I can't remember off the top of my head.
Can it be old Nan in her prime?
I was about to say, is it young Nan?
I am playing young Nan as a male. It's basically Janus came first, and from Janus came old Nan.
Perfect.
Just changed to fit the theme a bit more. But yes, do check that out, and do come back to see us with the first session of season 1 of the Old Myths of season 2, I should say. So session 1 of season 2 of the Old Myths here on Variant Roles next August on Sunday the 11th at 3 PM EDT. And are we raiding anywhere? Does anyone know? Oh yeah, but I was going to pick it out. Because I'm not controlled of that sort of stuff. I will quickly say, do check out other Variant Roles content. This is a wonderful community with wonderful people, with wonderful players and wonderful DMs. So all Variant Roles content is definitely worth checking out. And yeah, shall we go raid Soulbear RPG?
Sounds good.
Are they up?
I believe so.
It's my Twitch just isn't updating. That's cool.
Good.
That's cool.
Yeah. So
Yeah, let's do it.
let's go raid Soulbear RPG. So stick around and go give them all the love from Varied Roles and all the love from me for watching this session, and thank you all so very much.
And
Go ahead.
major thank yous to Samuel, who is
Yes.
amazing.
It was
And
amazing.
Built this world with his 2 bare hands.
2 bare hands and an insane mind. Don't forget the insanity.
You know,
best.
and just finding the best ways to ruin our lives individually. And
That we
together.
love.
There's so much more to come.
I know.
It's only slightly soul crushing.
I
I
know.
have so much planned.
I
Okay,
can't believe I got
We're
that
going to go
thing.
right
That's
now.
gonna be fine.
But yes,
here we
let's
go.
We jumped up to raid and give them all the love from those. I'll see you all, folks.
Bye bye.